Okay, let's get into it. Shannon Marshall. About to fight. Age 29. 9 fights. 9-1. 7 KOs. She's a world champion on 9 fights. The women's game's kind of crazy, but I love her still, though. She's a northern lass. She's a northern girl. She comes from up north, and she talks like that, and Peter Fury's her trainer. Savannah. The silent assassin. We got the silent assassin. We got the baby face. Just one. Just beaty bang. Anyway, that's a painful memory for me. Okay. Let's step in to the center of the ring. OMG. Those cane rolls on the challenger. Way too tight. Good Lord. It's a middleweight clash change in challenger. Oh, apparently this lady's tougher than the original choice, allegedly. And now it's starting, and it is round 1. Not sure I want to go with that. Okay, they're at the center of the ring. Savannah flicking out that jab. Remember the joke last night. Somebody told Kong that that Savannah Marshall is like the son Peter Fury never had, and she's flicking out that jab nicely. Flicking it out nicely. Very, very much taller. Very much taller than her opponent. What's the names down here? Okay. Okay, flicking out the jab is Savannah in this first round. Okay, jab, jab, jab. Savannah just working behind that jab. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Savannah Marshall versus, what's that girl's name? Let me get the details up. Let me get the details up. What is it here? What is it here? Where are we? First round. Savannah Marshall. Where are we? Let's have a look at this thing. Let's have a look at the names. Getting behind the long reach. Jab, jab, jab. Peck, peck, peck. What is this? 10 seconds left. Very easy, comfortable round for Savannah. She's got a lead arm right down. Must say her opponent is very well built, but, kind of almost stocky. Almost stocky. Let's just kill that volume down there and let's get the fight stats up. Where are we? Okay, so that's the end of the first round. We're looking at Savannah Marshall. Maybe I should put that Shiznix. That's the end of the first round. Savannah Marshall took that with ease. With ease. Okay, so what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let's drop a few of these down. Let's tidy up the screen. Let's tidy up the screen. Okay, where are we? Boom. 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 Okay. Let's mute that Shiznix over there. Where are we? How's this looking? Okay. Okay, let's do the sound check. Let's mute that Shiznix over. Sound check is accomplished. It's all good. And we begin round 2. WBO middleweight title at stake. Savannah Marshall versus Lindbergh. Savannah Marshall versus Lindbergh for the WBO middleweight belt, middleweight strap. Well, Savannah Marshall has the strap. Let me just write these stats down. Round 2. Matter of fact, let me write this in the chat so people can see what's crack-a-lacking. Savannah Marshall landing at will. It's just a jab fest. It's going to be a jabathon. It's going to be a jabberoni. Or is she going to finish her? The heaviest puncher in female boxing is Savannah Marshall. It looks like she's finally honed like a racehorse. Finally honed like a racehorse. Jab, 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 jab. It's going to be a jabathon. It's a jabberoni. What's this here? All right. Okay. Playing with the girl. She's playing with the girl. It's almost... Oh, my God. Big right hand drops Maria Lindbergh. Oh, my God. She took the full force. She had her blinking and wincing. Playing with the girl. Playing with her. It's almost indecent. Easy work. Oh, my God. This is... Marshall can dethrone... Oh, yes, absolutely. Uh-oh. Big left uppercuts. Almost shovel hooks. Savannah Marshall's playing with the girl. It's almost indecent. OMG. H Money up in the building says Raph says you Tyson Fury, you Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, you owe Tyson Fury an apology. Savannah Marshall is indeed trained by Peter Fury, but I don't understand why I'd owe an apology to Peter, to who? Tyson Fury. Hold on, let me drop the link. Okay, Savannah looks nice and fresh. She's wearing a red top for those aficionados. Nice red vest, cuts off at the midriff. The son that Peter Fury never had. That's Savannah Marshall, and we're into the third round. Is it the third? Yes, we're into the third round. We're into the third round now. Remember, Maria Lindbergh has... Oh, Savannah's got her in a headlock. What's going on, Savannah? You're training for the UFC? You want to go up against, what's her name? That Brazilian lady? What's that Brazilian chick's name? I've forgotten. Don't really watch UFC as much as I used to. It ain't the same. Nice right uppercut from Savannah Marshall. The son Peter Fury never had. OMG. Well, really and truly, I just thought of something. But it's all good. This is the third round. Oh, my God. She's dropped Lindbergh. Maria Lindbergh again. OMG. It's all over. They think it's all over. H Money. It's all over. OMG.
You know, Rafi, Savannah Marshall's a hell of a fighter, man.
She's the son Peter Fury never had.
Nah, come on. She is the championship, the championship women's athlete that the Furies never had. That's what she is. Now the Furies build up another great champion like Savannah Marshall. I think she is the Tyson Fury of women's boxing. You know, to be honest with you, I think Clarissa Shields is a very good fighter. I want to see that fight happen next. Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields. She just improved her record to 10 wins with, I believe, 8 knockouts. So that's very impressive for a woman fighter to be a puncher like that.
Hell yeah. She took out Maria Lindbergh. Was it Lunsberg? Maria Lunsberg. She dropped her in the third and finished her in the fifth. Third and fifth. Was this the fifth round? I'm pretty sure.
I think it was the third round. Was it third? I'm not sure. It went by pretty fast.
What round is this? This is the fourth. I don't know. Anyway, she dropped her. I think it is the second round. I'm pretty sure this is the fifth round and finished her in the fifth. dropped her in the third, finished her in the fifth. Yo, Savannah Marshall she looks like a thoroughbred racehorse. Looking like a thoroughbred racehorse right about now. Highly impressive. The son, Peter Fury, never had. OMG. OMG.
Isn't Huey Fury related to isn't that Peter Fury's son? Huey?
Huey Fury's Peter Fury's son, yeah.
Why you said that the
They're
son
trained
never
together.
had?
Because he would love Peter Fury. He would love Huey Fury to have what Savannah Marshall's got. Savannah Marshall.
Yeah, I got
Savannah
you.
Marshall is what he would love Huey to be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's a beast. I'm not gonna lie, she's very
The
talented.
beast.
She
She's
has
a
a lot of
beast.
potential.
Hold on, let's listen. Let's listen. Woo! Look at that smile. That's a winning smile. Yo, she takes a bow. She takes a bow. She don't need no G-string to get the tension. She don't need no G-string at the wane to get attention. Just comes as she is. Oh, look at her. Getting strapped up now. Struggling with the strap. Struggling with the strap. She's happy. Just a little bit of redding. Did she take a punch? I don't know if she even took a punch.
She might have got grazed a little bit.
She might have got grazed.
Mm-hmm.
At most. She might have got grazed at most.
Yo, she's really tall too, especially for a woman.
Girl. She's like a thoroughbred racehorse. Look at her. Look at her.
I remember when Mayweather signed her, like when she first turned professional, and Mayweather was bragging about her. I remember Floyd was in the UK. I think when Tank fought somebody, and Floyd was over there bragging about Savannah Marshall. She ended up leaving him because he wasn't doing anything for her. And now look at her. Now she's a champion.
Look at her. Look at her now. Look at her now. Okay, so that's the break there. We can take a break, and we can talk about Tyson Fury. You say I owe him an apology, but I don't know how. How.
Okay, I would explain to you because you remember we were debating. I think it was all week. It was some heated debates, and you criticized Tyson Fury, for certain comments that he made, and I tried to explain to you that Tyson Fury was just playing mind games. He was talking trash, and that's what he does. You know what I mean? He's just being himself. But I think it was you, not just you, but it was,
No, I'm the one who's here, so you can address it to me. You can address it to me.
Well, you said that Tyson Fury, you don't like the energy coming from Tyson Fury. You said it sounded like Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight. You said Tyson Fury should be excited, and I was telling you, brother, he is excited. I said, just be patient. And I think yesterday after I left the show, Tyson Fury,
H Money, just for stop there for a second. Savannah Marshall's on the mic. We'll get you. We'll start that line of inquiry as soon as she finishes. Let's listen to Savannah.
Firstly, utmost respect for Maria. Honestly, I'm really grateful.
Utmost respect for Maria, so she stepped in at late notice.
And training for porn, it is a bit hard to take.
Can you hear it?
You've trained for weeks.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. I'm listening.
Okay, cool.
Tough. She's never been stopped. I didn't think it'd go like that. I really didn't. But I'm happy with how it performed, and I'm over the moon with her.
One thing, you seem very relaxed now outside the ring, but also very relaxed inside the ring. I wonder if that sort of more relaxed style is making you punch harder. It's something that Peter Fury and yourself have always been very pro on. Being relaxed will bring natural punching power.
100%. It's all about flow, and everything Peter teaches. It's all about hitting correctly, and with the style he teaches, it gets the utmost power. To be honest, I get more nervous with press conferences than the fight.
We're at round 3 KO. Oh, she must have dropped her in the first round. Finished her in the third. Wow. Oh my God.
In your opinion, can that fight happen from your side? We'll go to Eddie Hearn next. Do you want that fight, and are you confident that you will win that fight?
100%. I punched too hard for Clarissa Shields.
I punched too hard for Clarissa Shields.
Too hard. She doesn't want to know. I said last year she's not interested.
OMG.
all about in the octagon. She'd much rather call out Katie Taylor, who's full weight class below her.
Oh,
She
Lord.
doesn't want to know. But I'm not going to wait about forever for her. I'd like to get out again in the summer, get another title. The IBF is taking it my way. If not, I'd like to go back up to super middle, get one of the titles off the girls up there, and then if she gets some guts, a big showdown there at the end of the year.
Oh, Lord, if she gets some guts.
Are we any closer?
If she gets some guts, if Savannah Marshall gets some guts, she's going hard. Let's listen to Eddie Hearn.
Dimitri Salita, Clarissa Shields herself will see this. What do you need to do to make that fight happen? What can you do?
So we're making good progress. I've had a number of calls with Mark Taffet and Dimitri Salita. You know, of course, they know how dangerous the fight is. They want a load of money, and I'm prepared to pay a load of money because I think it's a tremendous fight. And I'll back her every day of the week. I love Clarissa Shields. I think she's great. I think she's done such a great job for women's boxing. There is no way she goes 10 rounds with Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall is the only girl to beat Clarissa Shields in her entire life. She beat her in the amateurs, she will beat her in the professionals.
Wow.
I'm so committed. And I rate her. I think she's tremendous. I think she's a pound for pound top 3. But she cannot. She's wide open. She can't stand up to her power. She's the hardest pound for pound puncher in boxing, unquestionably.
Wow.
And she's doing it, just not even going through the gears. Like you say, the flow is there, it's so natural. And Lindbergh, late replacement, I know, she's been in with previous world champions, loads of them, 4-time world champions. She's never been stopped. She's never looked like being stopped.
Jeez.
Stand up to the power. Look on the face was, oh, I've never felt power like this before. But it's not about calling Clarissa out because we want to get the fight made. But that is the fight, right? It's right.
That's the fight they want. Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall.
It's a huge fight. You've got Amanda Serrano. These are super fights.
Super fights.
Shields against Marshall is a super
Shields
fight.
against Marshall is a super fight, says Eddie Hearn. I think he's right.
Let's just make the fight.
Make the fight.
Everything I can to try and make it.
Make the date,
Like
mate.
Savannah said, love to get her out, maybe for the IBF title again, and maybe put them both on the same card. I don't know, but that is the ultimate fight for both girls. The ultimate fight doesn't get any bigger. There's no other options for Clarissa Shields in boxing, really, because Savannah Marshall, and she's a competitor, and Savannah beat her.
Whoa.
And I know, for all the quote tweets, it will eat her up inside.
It's going to eat her up inside.
The person that's ever beaten, and she will beat her again.
Savannah Marshall, the only person who's ever beaten her.
That's not the easiest of jobs. Capturing a world title, for some people, that's enough. You made no secret that it's all the belts. I want every belt I can get my hands on. I just wonder, now that you're a world champion, do you feel any different? Does it give you any more confidence, or are you just Savannah Marshall we've always known?
It's just made me more hungry. I want more belts. I want to be able to go like that with all 4. Bring around my waist.
Savannah wants to be able to hold out her hands with all the 4 belts.
Indeed. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Savannah Marshall. Such a breath of fresh air. H Money. Savannah Marshall is such a breath of fresh air. What say you?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think she's a very good fighter. Like Eddie Hearn said, she has a lot of power, and you really don't see a women's boxers with this type of punching power, So I think that separates her from the rest. As far as the call out for Clarissa Shields, I believe that's what Savannah Marshall is supposed to do. She is supposed to call out the best fighter, which is Clarissa Shields. They have history in the amateurs, like Eddie Hearn just stated. Savannah Marshall is the only person to beat Clarissa Shields in her whole entire life.
Dang.
So I think, yeah, man, it's a great fight. I still favor Clarissa Shields in the fight, but I think Savannah Marshall is going to be her toughest test. I would say that much. But Eddie Hearn is doing a good job selling the fight. Got to give him credit.
Got to give the man his credit. Got to give the man his credit. So Savannah Marshall versus Shields. How do you see that going down? H-9.
I would say it'll go to distance. I could see it go to the scorecards. I think Clarissa Shields will be able to outbox her, to be honest with you. I look at Clarissa Shields as if, she is the woman's version of a Floyd Mayweather. She has tremendous skills, shoulder roll defense, speed, athleticism, footwork.
Dang.
She has all the skills in the world, but I would say the only thing that she's missing will be the knockouts, and I think possibly Savannah Marshall is the harder puncher. Now, Savannah Marshall has more power. I know Clarissa Shields, sometimes she gets anxious and she wants the knockout and she kind of like leaves herself open. I think that could be a mistake if she does that with Savannah Marshall. Because if Marshall lands, if Marshall connects, it could be a short night for Clarissa Shields. So Clarissa Shields can't. I'm serious, right? Because
it's night. It's night.
Because sometimes Shields could just outbox her opponents easily and win the fight. But she wants to go get a knockout so bad. I think she gets in some type of exchanges sometimes. And every now and then she does get hit with a clean shot. One thing about Mayweather that separated him, Mayweather wasn't chasing a knockout. Now, Floyd was happy going 12 rounds to outbox somebody. I think Shields, she puts herself in harm's way sometimes trying to get those knockouts. And I think that could be a mistake against somebody like Savannah Marshall that can punch like that. Because Savannah Marshall can counter punch her and actually catch her in a big exchange. And, you never know what can happen.
That's straight. Listen, Savannah Marshall, heaviest hitter in the women's game. The heaviest hitter in the women's game. That's Savannah Marshall, and it's interesting because she's going up against the lady who don't stop people. Shields don't stop people. It's very, very rare. She does it with accumulation. And I wish Shields well. She's doing things for ladies boxing over in the USA, but I just can't see her getting past the length. You got to understand, Savannah Marshall's got the length. She's a woman with length. I just don't see it, and she got power, and she knows how to turn it on. She'll do a few taps. I think you're right in some sense. You're right in some senses. You said Savannah Marshall. Oh, sorry. It's a moment of silence for Prince Philip, who just died. 1 second.
May God rest his soul.
Coming up after the break.
Okay, so that was the silence. That was a moment of silence. Still silence? Sorry. Okay, so that was a moment of silence for Prince Philip. It's appropriate, as you know, Prince Philip, the husband of the Queen, passed away. Was it Saturday? Moment of silence. Moment of silence for Prince Philip, who passed away on Saturday. Okay. So we've observed that moment of silence. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Prince Philip. Okay.
So, Rafi, I have a question. So how long has Savannah Marshall been training with Peter Fury?
Almost her whole career. So obviously, my girl Shannon won on points. As I said, hold on a second. I said that Shannon was going to win on points. I said Shannon was going to win on points yesterday. I think you was there. You was there, H Money. I think, well, you were in and out. But I said I expected Shannon to. Who's that girl? Who's that woman? She looks just like Fury's wife. But anyway, I said that I expected Shannon just to win via more experience. A Coley got his gold Rolex, gifted his Rolex. We don't know which one he opted for. Was it the gold or was it not? We don't know. But anyway, H Money, you were asking a question.
Yeah, I was just asking about Peter Fury and how long he's been training Savannah Marshall, but you said most of her career.
Most of
Now,
her career.
yes, I think this is going to be the biggest fight in the history of women's boxing. Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields. Now, two of the best fighters in women's boxing, and
Yeah.
now you got two of the best trainers, I think, going at each other. When you have Clarissa Shields, her trainer, of course, is the legendary fighter and trainer John David Jackson. John
Mhm.
David Jackson, who trained Sergey Kovalev. He
Yeah.
trained fighters like Nate Campbell,
Mhm.
Randall Bailey, Bernard Hopkins,
Yeah.
Shane Mosley. He's actually right now training Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, I
So
rate him. I rate him. I rate him.
yes, me too. And
Mm.
Clarissa Shields has one of the best trainers in John David Jackson.
Yeah.
Also, you got Savannah Marshall with Peter Fury, and we all know
Yeah.
the Furies. They are great trainers. So I think it just makes for a great fight. To be honest with you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Hell yes. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. You know, I gotta say, I gotta stick with my Brit girl. I gotta stick with my English girl. Savannah Marshall. Well, I don't gotta. I just think she's the more talented and the more skilled. Not taking any shots at Clarissa. But you have to admit, H. Monet, Savannah Marshall is just a more complete boxer.
I wouldn't say that. I think she has more punching power. I would give her the edge on punching power. Savannah Marshall could box too. Like,
Yeah.
she's not just a puncher. She knows how to slip shots. She knows how to bob and weave. She uses the shoulder roll defense as well. She's a hell of a fighter. But I would say, yeah, she is. But I think Shields is the best women's fighter in the world. Now, power it's good to have power, but
Yeah.
I think skills are the most important thing. Skills wins fights. We've seen fighters like Tyson Fury, who was a great boxer. Outbox Deontay Wilder and eventually stop him. Mayweather wasn't the biggest puncher, but he was undefeated. The same thing with Andre Ward. He wasn't a powerful puncher, but Andre Ward, he had the skills to win fights. And I think, to be honest, I think Clarissa Shields has some of those same qualities as some of those fighters that I mentioned. But
Yeah.
Rafi, it was one thing I think I wanted to talk to you about. Now, Clarissa Shields is going to mixed martial arts, and
Yeah.
I think she's
Dumb.
doing
Dumb.
sport. Okay, go ahead.
Don't move. I moved away from boxing for quite almost a decade. Almost a decade before coming back, and I went over to mixed martial arts, training in mixed martial arts, sparring in mixed martial arts, and that became my new thing. And let me tell you something. Oh, I was about to contradict myself. Okay, let me start again. Okay, I said dumb. That was the first thing I said, but then I had a flashback. To where Clarissa Shields is currently at. It just came to me. And if I'm real slick with it, if I'm real smooth, I need to close some of these windows down. Let's go. What's that? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of what else? Savannah Marshall gets new opponent. Yeah. I shouldn't really close that down, but I need to close some of these windows. But anyway, let me stick to telling you what I'm telling you. Anthony Joshua Fury could be staged in the Middle East. We already know that. Okay, so I remember where I saw her. And I'm going to pull it up right now, and you will understand when I do, because I saw Clarissa Shields in a good place. What's that girl's name? What's that? Oh, yeah. What's that? Holly Holm. Is he going to give me Instagram? Holly Holm Instagram, because that's where I last saw Clarissa Shields. Holly Holm Instagram. Let me share this shiznix with you. I really need to close some windows down ASAP. You see, Clarissa Shields, she is out there, or she is regularly, so it appears, training with, where is she? I hope you can see what I can see. Let's go through this. Let's see if we can see Clarissa Shields. Damn, It's been about a month or so since I checked this. Oh, boom. There she is. So hold on. Are you telling me she's already signed up for an actual women's MMA fight?
Yeah, she signed up to PFL. PFL's on ESPN. It's just like a UFC or Bellator. So she's going to be fighting for the PFL. I think she already signed a contract. She already signed.
Okay. Well, it looks like here Shields versus DeCare. Super.
Oh, that fight happened like a month ago. She already fought this girl.
Well, is that boxing or
that was boxing? That was boxing.
That's for boxing. Okay, so this is irrelevant. I'm trying to find some stuff. I'm trying to see her do some stuff with Holly. But anyway, I want to see a picture with her and Holly because I know they're training together. So
maybe to hers. Go to Shields. Okay.
When I said it was, yeah. Well, this is a different type of training. It's a different type of training, but still, the point is she's in Albuquerque. That's the karate hottie in the background. This is Holly Holm, and this is Clarissa Shields. So, yeah, whilst they're just having a little break right now, but she's training with some of the best people in the game. So, when I said it was dumb, it's not totally dumb because if you're going to do something new, go with the best people in the game. So whilst I wouldn't normally advise it, this scenario is slightly different because she's training with the best. However, ordinarily, what happens when boxers go into the UFC is they get taken down to the ground and submitted. Unfortunately, the only hope I could give a boxer going into the UFC is a boxer who previously had a wrestling experience. But without that wrestling experience, I'm sorry, my friends. I'm sorry. It just ain't gonna end well 9 times out of 10 or 9.9 times out of 10. Vargas is walking in okay. Yes, he is. Vargas is now in the ring. He's now in the ring. H-Money, what say you? What are your thoughts and observations at this time? Vargas, what you want to finish off about Shields?
Yeah, I'm going to say, one more thing about Shields is that right now she's crossing over to mixed martial arts. I think, I think she will have some success. But at the same time, while she's training for mixed martial arts, she could be working on her boxing skills. And I think once you fight the best, like the top person in your division, the top person in women's boxing, which is Savannah Marshall, I think Clarissa Shields should just focus on boxing, especially when you're getting ready to fight somebody like a Savannah Marshall.
100%. 100%. That's very important. At the end of your career, all well and good, cool in the gang. You can go and mess about. You can do whatever you want to do. Whilst in your career, no. In your career, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be focused on becoming the best you can possibly be. At the end of your career, at the tail end of your career, fine. Go and experiment. But in the midst of your career, no. I say that is a bad idea. But let's listen to the
introductions. Okay.
Introductions.
Conor Benn on his way to the ring.
Yeah. With the Big Ben. You know what Big Ben is?
No, what is that?
It's a clock. It's a clock in London. And it's a huge clock. And
that's the sound.
That's the sound of it. Yeah, that's the sound.
Like for church? Is it like for churches or something like that? What is it?
No, it's just a massive clock in London. Big Ben. Big Ben.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to copyright me. It's like a landmark. It's just huge. Matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, why don't we? What did I do that for?
But what do you think about Conor Benn, though, Rafi? Do you think he's a future champion? Are you excited about Conor Benn stepping up?
Conor Benn is stepping it up. I thought that he was just going to be, some other boxer's rich kid come and mess around. But he's changed a lot of people's minds over here in the UK because he's shown dedication and application. And so now, when you see the improvement he made from his second to last fight to his last fight with Formella, you have to say this kid clearly is in the gym, dedicating himself. His dad became a world champion, and he wants to become a world champion on his own merit. He's
a good fighter, Rafi, but one of my questions I got about him You know, I don't think it's that important though, but is
No,
the
go
punching
ahead. Go
power.
ahead.
It's the punching power thing. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't. To be honest, he beat up Sebastian Formella in his last fight. Sebastian Formella, he went 12 rounds with Sean Porter as well, but I don't just see the power like that as far as his punching power. Do
Right.
you? What do you think about his punching power?
He certainly hasn't got the punching power of his father. He don't have the punching power of his father. But he could develop into a better boxer than his father. So it swings and roundabouts. And you just said it yourself. Ideally, you'd be a great boxer with knockout power in both hands. That's ideal, but it don't always work that way. It looks like Conor Benn is going to be more of a boxer with a nice punch, a boxer with a nice punch. But you know, we're gonna have to see how he develops. But at the moment, he's beginning to surpass my expectations of what he would be. You know what I mean?
He passed the domestic level, huh? Now he's he's going to world level where he's fighting fighters all across the world, not just in the UK.
Exactly. So I thought he'd be a domestic kid, but no, it looks like he's got high ambitions.
Do you think he can stop Samuel Vargas?
Samuel Vargas is a tough campaigner, but I think he can. I think he can stop him potentially stop him in the mid rounds. I see it going. Let me turn this shiznix down. Personally, I have this going points. I have this being a points win for Benn, but hey, I don't rule out Benn stopping him. But I think it's more likely to be points. But let's see. What do you think? H1A.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go 12 rounds. To be honest with you, I think Vargas is a tough guy. He's been in there with the best guys in the weight class. Earl Spence. He's been in there with fighters like Amir Khan, Virgil Ortiz, and to be honest with you, I don't think Conor Benn got the power to stop Samuel Vargas. I think Vargas could take his best punches. I think Conor Benn wins by unanimous decision, but I think Samuel Vargas will be able to survive. Now, one more thing, Rafi, I see the size advantage. Samuel Vargas looked like he's the bigger guy. Well, at least he looks much taller. What do you think about that? Do you think that'll play a part in this fight? The height advantage, could that give Conor Benn some problems?
Well, you know, the taller guy doesn't always win. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have the height advantage over Conor. We know that. Maybe a slight reach advantage, but Conor's game will be. You know, Conor's game is a slip and move guy. He's a duck. He's a roll. He's a duck. He's a shoulder. You know, he'll mix it up in there. Conor's game isn't really solidified yet. So Conor's game. Bong, 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 Conor on the way. An hour clock. Dangerous. That was Nigel Benn's tune. Dangerous. I think Benn will stop Vargas in 6 to 7, but Benn can get put down. I'm thinking 6 to 7. That's the outside chance. I'm thinking the most likely possibility would be Benn by points, but I'm not ruling out the mid rounds. I'm not ruling out mid rounds victory for Benn, but we gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see how this one plays out. What's going on here? Why do they have that noise? What's that noise they have in the background?
I'm on mute though. It's not me.
It's not you. I'm talking about on the TV. They have this kind of weird noise, like some kind of industrial noise, like some kind of factory machine. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Rafi, so you got the zone out there?
Yeah, we got the zone, but they don't show. This isn't on the zone. This is on Sky.
Oh, that's crazy. But it's on the zone in America.
Yeah, I know. But the zone, but Barry Hearn's in 2 beds over here, isn't he? He's with the zone and Sky.
So the Sky Sports, is it like regular television where it's free, or how does that work?
No, it's a monthly fee. It's not terrestrial TV. It's Sky TV. The fight has started. It's the first round. 30 seconds in. It's
Dang, Ben. Oh my God, Ben landing some hard shots.
Yeah. Ben's not a powder puff guy. He's not the heaviest puncher in the world, but he ain't a powder puff guy.
Wow.
When he learns how to, he's coming with that nice job. When he gets more refined with his game, he could be something on the world stage.
He does have speed too. I like his hand speed, very fast.
Yeah. It's the Benn first round, heavy-handed. Is he going to stop Vargas mid-rounds up?
Oh, he's hurting him. Yeah, he hurt him. Oh my God.
It's a big shot. Boom.
Let's put him away.
My God. Boom. Uppercut. Boom. Left hook. Boom. Boom. Uppercut. Left hook. Right hook. Right hook. Uppercut. Oh my God. It's over. OMG. Conor Benn has just blown H Money's mind. OMG.
Dude, he's a beast. He just knocked him out faster than Virgil Ortiz did. He just beat this dude faster than Virgil Ortiz did. Oh my God, he does hit hard. Yo, he hit hard. You see that? That's the style. He came out very aggressive this time. Yo,
Yeah,
in the speed too. Wow, in the
Yeah,
first
man.
round. That's a
Yeah,
statement
man.
right there.
Boom. Boom. I thought the mid rounds maybe, but I never saw that coming. I never saw this coming. Boom. Conor Benn. Boom. 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 Conor Benn. Conor. OMG. Let's turn the volume up just a little bit. H Money is astounded.
Yo, Raphael, I got a question. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but what do you think about Conor Benn versus a Kell Brook or Amir Khan?
I want to see Conor Brook versus Conor Benn. I want to see Conor Benn against Amir Khan. Definitely, Conor Benn does it. DOESIT does it. First round. I want to see him against. The reason I want to see him against Khan is because Khan now has been resistant to Kell Brook for all these years. But all of a sudden, now he sees Kell Brook is lost it. All of a sudden, he says, yeah, he's interested in Conor Benn. He's never been interested before. I mean, not Conor Benn, Kell Brook. Never been interested before. And all of a sudden now he sees Kell Brook is pretty much done, as we saw against Crawford. Now he says he's interested. I want him to go in there with Conor Benn. Go in there with Conor Benn. Be that step-up fight for Conor Benn. Another step-up fight, because Vargas was a step-up fight. But you see what he did to Vargas. 1 round, H Money. 1 round. OMG.
Remember, Vargas dropped Amir Khan.
Yeah, no. Vargas ain't no punk. And Conor Benn. Well, I should write this down. Benn versus Virgil Ortiz. You crazy? Virgil Ortiz, are you crazy? You don't like Benn, do you? Clearly you don't like Benn. Damn it. Hamed. What's his name? Not Hamed. What's that guy's name? Khan. That Khan guy. Yeah. I would love to see him against Khan. That's would be
a big fight. You think that's a big fight in the UK?
Oh, that's a massive fight. Come on. I'd be there. If they're letting crowds in, I'd be there, mate. I would be there.
I want to see. He should call out Amir Khan too. I think that'll be good for him.
But Amir Khan's, I don't know, man. Amir Khan, I don't know. I think he's a coward. Strange thing to say, but the way he ducked Kell Brook, to me, he's got coward written all over him in the UK.
What about Amir Khan stepping up and facing a Canelo and a Terrence Crawford? But he did do a coward act. It looked like he quit against Terrence Crawford. I didn't like that.
Yeah, he quit. He hit him in the leg. And he said he was somewhere else. It was a cowardly act. In the UK, don't get me wrong, he's a skilled guy. Amir Khan is a skilled guy, but in latter years, the way he's ducked Kell Brook, I don't think that there's a lot of people who don't have respect for the way he conducted himself regarding Kell Brook. Pure cowardice.
So who would you pick? Who would you pick in a fight between Conor Benn and Amir Khan?
Well, Amir Khan should win, but Conor Benn could put him to sleep. I'm gonna knock you out. Dime.
Rafi, do you think this is the best you ever seen of Conor Benn? Is this the best he's ever looked?
He's the best he's ever looked, and he's had time in training camp, and he's going to look better and better and better. What makes me say that? Just the improvement I saw in the formula. I would rather Ortiz versus Ortiz. Yeah, because you're an Ortiz fan, but no Benn fan saying that. You're an Ortiz fan. You ain't no Benn fan. Because Ortiz, he's high up there already. Ortiz is knocking. Who did Ortiz beat just now?
Virgil Ortiz just knocked out Maurice Hooker.
Oh my God, he just knocked out Maurice Hooker. But Ortiz is at world championship level now, and you're telling me where are we? And you're telling me you want Conor Benn to go up against somebody who's at world championship level right now. You ain't no Conor Benn fan, mate. You are not a Conor Benn fan. You're an Ortiz fan or an American guy rooting for Americans. You want to see him stop the Brit. That ain't cool, bro. Guy's just coming up. Let him flourish. Let him get his water wings or whatever kind of wings. And then he ain't world level right now.
He's talking. What is he saying, Rafi?
Hold on. I'm going to say something now.
All the names you just mentioned, no one banged him out in one round. Easy. Formula, easy. Give me a proper test. Give me Amir Khan.
Oh.
I know he's too busy on reality shows and all that. But listen.
Want Amir Khan?
Get it. Eddie, you got the phone. And the Amir Khan ready? Is it?
Amir?
We're all us, Amir, all of them. Do you know what I mean? Not only when you beat your fight, you gain experience. I don't think I gained any experience in there tonight. Apart from I can deal with the pressure. I can deal with it. I can cope with it. So I'm built for it.
Round
All
one.
this hype, and I can live with it. It's no problem. You know what I say about diamonds?
Pressure creates diamonds. Yeah. Okay.
Well, there you go. Exactly.
Just in case people.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm ready for the top dogs. There's Sean Paul. See Adrian Broner campaigning on 147. I'm ready. I want them. I want to test myself. Get all these other fighters calling me out. I couldn't care less. I could not care less, honestly. You think I'll lose sleep over them? No, mate. I was expecting another fight tonight, 12 rounds. Always improving. I'm the most rapid improved fighter global. Forget United Kingdom.
Global.
I'm the most improved fighter. And many legends, son, improving drastically like I am. Because I apply myself 100%. And, I have faith in my team. Tony, Eddie. I've got the most experienced people in the business. I don't have to have the experience. I'm experienced through them. So as I said, Amir Khan, let's go, mate.
Boom. Calling out Amir Khan.
The son of a legend. Your dad had quality finishing instincts. That is obviously one thing that you have inherited. Look, he goes a long way to say you're a better boxer than him. But in terms of finishing instincts, did you sniff a finish straight away there?
I was hitting him now, and it felt good. Do you know what I mean? So, it was, he was just there. So I thought, I let my hands go.
Wow, right up, uppercut, right, big left hook, right hook, left straight, left hook, right uppercut, OMG. That was the finishing sequence. Wow.
And I damn well took it.
How serious are you about those names you mentioned? Amir Khan, Kelbrook, your dad has mentioned Sean Paul.
Wow.
Like I'm joking.
No, it's definitely not. But is that a fight that you want next?
Give me a next. Give me Khan next.
You Khan. You want Khan.
I don't know if I got hit in there. But if I didn't feel a single thing. You didn't see nothing there. And I'm quite glad you lot didn't see anything. Because it went one round. You would have seen a clinical, more better performance than Formella. You would have seen me not waste shots.
Wow.
You would have seen me take my time.
Wow.
You would have seen me, 99% accuracy is what I was aiming for this fight. That's what I wanted to show you lot.
Wow.
And, the punches I did land, he couldn't take them. We're talking about power developing.
Yeah.
Power's developing.
He's talking to you, H Money. Power's developing.
I see all these other fighters, 28, 29.
Yeah, that's good though, Raphael. That's
Great.
great. He's learning. He's still a young fighter. He's putting on his man strength, and he's learning more techniques, how to sit down on his punches and increase his punching power.
Yeah.
Do you believe now that
You know,
consider that?
I
don't know, 'cause every
I
time
said,
step
hold on.
up, they say it's a step up. Who's really was it a step up for? Who stepped up and failed every single time they've stepped up? Not me. Start putting some respect on my name. Because every time you guys want to throw all shade up, Koivu, he's this, he's that, 3-time European challenger, tough fight, got banged out.
Got banged out.
Beat the boxer at points. Who thought I'd beat a boxer at points?
Is that not what fuels you? People questioning you.
It don't really bother me, but just put some respect on the name. That's it. Do you know what I mean? I'm putting the Benn name back where it belongs, and that's on top. I'm proving that, and I will continue to prove it. For those who say I can't do this, I can't do that, I'll continue to prove I'm top dog. I'm the best welterweight in the country without fail.
Wow.
No one does numbers like me.
Wow.
No one entertains like me.
Wow.
I'm an entertaining fighter, and that's that.
Wow.
Simple. Forget all the other rest. Give me Amir Khan. Give me Sean Paul. Give me Broner.
Wow.
Who else is there?
Give him Broner.
Broner. I like that. He
I'll
caught
take
that
that.
Broner.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Eddie,
H Money, what you saying, Broner?
I love that fight, man. This
I
guy
like
is
that.
smart, man. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to promote himself. I love the confidence from this man, and he knows how to talk that talk and back it up, man. So he's making a lot of noise, man. This interview he just did, this post-fight interview, is gonna go viral. It's going viral, bro.
Straight.
Let's see. He's putting the pressure on Amir Khan. Really, Amir Khan is first on his hit list.
Yes, I want to see that fight.
Because Broner ain't gonna take that fight. We know Broner is not gonna do it. Sean Porter, I'm not sure about the Sean Porter in the PBC, but what I do know, the biggest fight in the UK is Conor Benn versus Amir Khan. And before he even did the interview, I asked you about that fight, and you said you like that fight.
I do.
Yep. And now
I
it
like
seems
it a
like
lot.
he likes it. He likes it.
We like it. He like it. I like it. We like it. You like that fight?
Eddie likes it.
Eddie like it. We all like it. Let's see what Eddie's got to say. Damn.
What an intriguing fight.
What an intriguing
a
fight.
Kid coming up who, as you can tell, is rather amped and charged against a guy that really is at the end of his career and has a fantastic legacy in the sport.
Wow.
Whether Amir Khan will say, I want to bow out
Wow.
to a young man coming through the ranks like Conor Benn, that's up to him. And money will talk in that respect. For me, I want to get him back out as soon as possible. I know he's just had a beautiful son.
I need a couple weeks more.
You do, just a couple of weeks. And I want
A couple weeks with his baby, his newborn son.
I mean, there's some fantastic fights.
Couple weeks, and then Eddie's putting him back out there again. This is the way you bring a fighter on tomorrow night.
You're right about that. Keeping your fighter active. Also making a lot of money. You know what I mean? Training, staying in training camp, staying in phenomenal shape.
Yeah.
He does a great job of keeping most of his fighters active. I agree with that.
Straight up and down.
And his star is rising too, Rafi. Conor Benn is gaining momentum at a fast pace right now. And I got a quick question. So do you think Amir Khan versus Conor Benn is pay-per-view in the UK or what?
I just don't know if this kid is going to be good enough. Honestly,
Well, Amir Khan is going to want to be pay-per-view. So Amir Khan, to make the money, to get the money right, it's going to have to be pay-per-view.
Do you think it does some good numbers?
It's going to do some good numbers because a lot of people want to see Amir Khan get his ass spanked on British soil. One, and two, this Nigel Benn is a legend in the UK, and he might be. I don't know if he's a legend over there, but he's a legend in the UK. He's a legend in Europe. He's a legend in English-speaking territories. I don't know about America. Son, this is his son, and normally when the sun comes up, like I said beforehand, you don't expect much from the sun. But Conor Benn looks like, against all odds, he might be just as hungry as his dad. I think Conor Benn, the rich kid, is just as hungry as his dad. And that's very rare. That's very, very rare, H-Money. But I think that's the case here. Rarely, it's the case.
Yeah. So, Rafi, was his father, Nigel Benn, one of your favorite fighters when you was
absolutely. Nigel Benn is a legend. Nigel Benn is a legend in the UK, hands down. No ifs, no buts about it. Nigel Benn is a legend, mate. You had Nigel Benn, you had Chris Eubanks Sr., you had Michael Watson, and who else did you have on the mid? Listen, them days, the middleweight scene was absolutely on fire in the UK. You had the heavyweights going at the same time. The era of Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank, also, it was around a similar time when you had Bruno coming up, Frank Bruno. And so it was a magical time in British boxing history. So Nigel Benn is on the Mount Rushmore of British boxing, if you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. Like, very exciting fighter. He had like all out action type of style. He just a pure brawler. He kind of remind me of correct me if I'm wrong, like a Mexican type of style. You know, like I would say like a Mexican warrior, like a freaking Jaime Munguia or a Ricardo Mayorga type of fighter.
Yeah. Did you see his fight against Iron Barkley?
No, I watched the one with, I think I did watch. I watched the documentary on him, and then I watched
he just battered Barkley, I think, in 1 or 2 rounds.
Into Gerald McClellan, the McClellan fight. Yeah,
and then McClellan. Have you seen that fight?
Oh my God, that's the thing. The first time I saw him, I'm like, I couldn't believe it because McClellan was knocking out everybody. He looked invincible, and in the first round, I think he knocked Nigel Benn out the ring
through the
ropes, and he got back up and then stopped him. Like, that dude was amazing. To be honest with you, bro, he's amazing.
Legend in the UK. Believe you me. When he goes into a bar, he don't have to put his hand in his pocket. When he comes, because he's living in Australia now, I bet when he comes to the UK, he don't have to put his hand in his pocket. Anywhere you see him, any bar you see him, any restaurant you see him, you're buying that drink for him, my friend. That's how much of a legend Nigel Benn is in the UK. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen to what my man is saying.
Just how much of a statement do you think that was? He absolutely blew Vargas away, Conor Benn.
I think everything in his interview afterwards, he's right in what he says. You know,
boom, replay. Every shot, almost every shot lands, and almost every. Oh my God, that was brutal. Anybody who's watching this and haven't seen it, all I can say is that was brutal. He's answered a lot of questions.
Every challenge that's been put on, but he's improved with every fight. He's done.
Improved with every fight.
And tonight, you know.
Yo,
he's done it.
H Money, talk to me. Talk to me. What did you expect to see from Vargas?
I thought Vargas would do a little bit more, to be honest. You know, especially with his experience against top opposition. I thought he'll be able to survive. You know, to be honest with you, and I would never thought he would get stopped in the first round. See, now we got to give credit to Conor Benn for in that first round showing no respect for Samuel Vargas. He's going against his toughest opponent, and he came out there and showed no respect for his opponent. That's what I like to see. You know, Conor Benn in round number 1 to start off the fight hit him with a hard combination. He hit him with some power shots to get that respect in there. And man, I gotta give the man full credit. I think he proved everybody wrong. He showed that he does have the power, and he showed the killer instinct, you know, similar to what his father had. So at this point, man, I'm highly impressed by Conor Benn, and I think it's about time he gets a big fight with Amir Khan. I think the fight fans, the content creators on YouTube, we should put pressure on Amir Khan to accept this Conor Benn fight, to be honest with you.
100%. 100%. Conor Benn is exciting, and he does have power. And he showed it. Nobody who takes out Vargas in 1 round. Who takes out Samuel Vargas in 1 round?
Nobody.
You know something, H Money? Conor Benn is one to watch. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. Well, let me just say this. Conor Benn is one to watch now, and he's going to be one to watch going forth into the future. And in comes a man like the Iron Kong. Iron Kong, did you see what I just saw?
Yeah, man. How you mean? Peace to you, Raphael, and peace to H money. Yeah,
Peace.
man. So, yeah, man. It was a hell of a performance by Connor. I had him pretty much mid round, stopping. Well, no, I had him going to actual decision because I thought Vargas knew enough to keep himself from being stopped.
Yeah.
But the kid, I mean, wow. You know what I'm saying? I see people already talking about it's an early stoppage. It's BS. I'm like, you know, referees can't win, right? Because it's either too late or it's too early.
Yes.
But I prefer something be too early, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because was it what some fight I was watching where people were complaining how you know, well, it's multiple fights. You know, referee should have stopped in, it's this, it's that. The referee steps in, no, it's a problem. Come on.
Yeah.
Man. The guy's head was being bounced around. Anyway.
It was like a bobblehead. I think, well, weren't we complaining? Wasn't a lot of people complaining the other day saying the Frampton fight should have been stopped?
Yes, sir.
That's right. The Frampton shot fight should have been stopped. And now they do stop a fight correctly. They're complaining, they shouldn't have stopped it. Nah, listen, the man's head was being rocked around like a bobblehead. And the referee did the right thing. Vargas, it was like Vargas got attacked by a harbor shark. As soon as he put his foot in the water, the harbor shark was all over, all on him, all up on him. And you know, I thought that Benn could finish Samuel Vargas in the middle rounds. I did. That's how I saw it, to be honest with you. But the safe bet was points. But in truth, if I'm honest, I thought Conor would finish him in the middle rounds. The first round, hell no. Yeah. I did not see that going down like that. Let me have a look at a couple of comments in the comment section. I think Nigel is known in America because of the war with Gerald. Well, that happened in the UK. But yeah, Gerald McClellan was big. Well known in America. But also, you know, you got your Iron Barclays. Conor, I mean, what's his name? The Big Ben. Finished Iron Barkley just like a harbor shark. Who else did he beat up over there? Doug DeWitt? Did he beat up Doug DeWitt over there? I know that he went over to there and he clobbered people. That's what Nigel Benn did. Clobbered people over there in America. Yes, Rafi. Impressive that in spite every punch that was thrown. 100%. Now it's from Frank the French. Aaron Daly up in the building. Good cards overall. I enjoyed that very much so. I very much enjoyed that. Very impressive from Ben. Hey, from top to bottom. Well, I didn't see the first earlier fights, but very impressive. Audi TT, Mr. Dawkins, it was a correct stoppage by the ref. I predicted 6 to 7. Yeah, me too. I thought he'd be 6 to 7. Boom. I don't know. I remember DV Douglas. I remember that name. Somehow. I don't know how or don't know why. Imagine if Eubank Jr. Put this kind of work into his career. Well, I don't think it's a question of work for Eubank Jr. I think it's a question of mentality. His mentality is just, his father got cocky. After he acquired the skills. I think that Eubank Jr. got cocky during the skill acquisition phase, and it stunted his growth. If he was just a sponge, if Chris Eubank Jr. came as a sponge instead of a stone, he'd be a world champion. He'd be a world champion right now. No doubt in my mind, because as far as toughness is concerned, he's got it. He's got a certain amount of skill, but he just don't listen. He's got a lot of skill, but he just don't listen. He don't apply it. Is he trainable? Some people are more trainable than others. And I'm afraid to say that applies to Chris Eubank Jr. Khan don't want the smoke. It's a waste of time. He didn't want nothing to do with Kell Brook. Kell Brook loses in dramatic fashion. All of a sudden, he say, "Yeah, I'll fight Kell Brook. Get the hell out of here. Take Conor Benn. The old man versus the young man. Come on. The old lion versus the young lion. Come on. Come on, Khan. Come on. Prove you're not a coward." What's going on? Who wants to talk? Who wants to talk?
Rafi, now
Yo.
before we end it, I want to get back to this Tyson Fury thing now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yesterday, I would say it was yesterday, and I think it was earlier in the week as well. It was two times. You said why Fury is not excited.
I can start off. I can start off with saying what my position. We were saying the question really was, why are the Furyites? Why are the Furyites not happy? I'm happy. I'm happy. I want to see the fight. Why are we getting so much negativity? That was my question. And you must have heard it too. Negativity from the left to the right to everything. Negativity about the fight. Oh, Eddie Hearn ain't going to be able to do it. Eddie Hearn ain't going to be able to make it. Oh, there's no money. It's a recession. It can't be done. Blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Guess what? Tyson Fury comes out yesterday and says, what did he say? He says, yeah, we just had some good offers. We're going to have to sit down and look at them. And, we'll come back on Sunday.
But he was excited, though. He showed that excitement that you were talking about. Now,
yeah, he showed the excitement finally, because he's been one of the people. He's been one of the people who've been naysaying. His father, John Fury, big naysayer. Many of the fans, naysayers. But guess what? They had to change their tune yesterday, because even Tyson Fury, wasn't it Tyson Fury who came out with the 3 days?
It worked though,
3 days. The clock is it didn't work at all, because Eddie Hearn had already told you. Eddie Hearn had already given you the time schedule. It was Eddie Hearn who told you when this shiznix was gonna go down, and he was good for his word. He was right on the clock.
Okay, Rafi. So with that being said, I feel like what Tyson Fury was doing was putting pressure on Eddie Hearn to make this fight.
Can he put pressure on Eddie Hearn? Why?
Can I please finish? Because what he was doing was putting pressure. He said the 3 days, and next thing you know, the offer is sent. And now everybody is happy.
No. Eddie Hearn was the one who put down the timeline, and Eddie Hearn was the one who acted in accordance with the timeline. Let's not say, hold on, please. Let's not say that this was Tyson Fury's doing. Listen, I pull up at your house at 12 midday. Yeah? 12 midday. Not a second before or not a second afterwards. I told you 2 weeks prior that I was going to pull up to your house on 12 midday. You come out 3 days prior to that and start telling the world, Rafi said this, Rafi said that, but no, I don't think, blah, blah, blah. But yet I turn up at your house on the same day and time that I said I would. How the hell has that got to do with anything? How's that got to do with you saying that Rafi this, Rafi that, Rafi the other?
Can I reply, please?
What are you supposed to do on time?
Can I please reply?
He ain't getting no congratulations. You should be congratulating Eddie Hearn, if anything.
Can I reply, please, sir?
Yeah, you can. And Tyson Fury should be apologizing to Eddie Hearn, as well as his father. He should get his whole family
apologizing to Tyson Fury.
He should get his whole family lined up to apologize to Eddie Hearn for slandering him.
Wait. You, Raphael Dawkins, should apologize to Tyson Fury, because you said Tyson Fury wasn't excited, and he showed you yesterday, he proved you wrong that he was excited. What I was saying this whole time. Now, Tyson Fury put the pressure on Anthony Joshua and his team to make the fight happen. He gave him 3 days, and we finally got some offers on the table. So at the end of the day, Fury got what he wanted.
Fury did not give anybody 3 days. Fury said Fury said there's 3 days according to Eddie Hearn's own time schedule.
But he gave him a time. He gave him a deadline. He gave him
no. Eddie Hearn gave the deadline. Eddie Hearn said that by the what's the date now? The 12th. By the 12th, which actually is on Monday by my calculations. By Monday is the 12th. That was the deadline Eddie Hearn laid out. And Eddie Hearn beat the deadline.
So, Rafi, with this being said, now The fight is going to happen, it seems like. So everybody should be happy. So all those negative comments or negative allegations you had towards Tyson Fury, I hope that you can stop it, because now he gave you what you want. He's excited about the fight. He's going to give you
I want an apology. I want an apology from Fury. I want an apology from Fury to Eddie Hearn.
I want an apology from you to Tyson Fury.
I can't apologize because Tyson Fury's been nothing but a naysayer.
But he's never the fight that you want.
Have you never heard of the expression, never apologize to a naysayer? You ever heard that?
He's not a naysayer. Tyson Fury speaks the truth.
He's been a naysayer this whole period, and now he's acting correctly. Now he's coming correct. And
that's what. Aren't you happy about that? I mean, you should be happy that he is.
Hey, better late than never, right?
Exactly. And now we're gonna get the fight that we all wanted. So as far as
hold on a second, let me stop you there. Because what you just said something very important, something that the naysayers are still reluctant to say, but you said it. You just said, so now we're going to get the fight we all wanted. You see, a lot of people aren't in your position. A lot of people who are talking about this, they actually don't want the fight. But I think they're wildettes. I think they're wildettes. They're wildettes who were hoping, praying, wishing on a star that Deontay Wilder was keeping his foot in the door, stopping the thing from closing, keeping the foot of the door of the lift, stopping the lift from closing, and everyone moving to where they should be. There's a certain amount of people out there who are hoping that Wilder would somehow
reemerge, right? Reemerge,
interfere.
I got
you. Reemerge, interfere with the process of getting undisputed. And there's some people out there, they won't admit it, but I know they're hurting right now. They're out there hurting right now, but it's glad to see that you, H. Monet, you are not one of them. You are genuinely happy that we're going to get to see undisputed H. Monet.
One more thing before I go, I want to say this.
Okay.
When Tyson Fury beats a fighter, they are never the same. You know, I'm talking about mentally, physically, he destroys fighters and he ends careers. We seen what Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko. He dominated him. Well,
how is he going to come back from this loss, though, Tyson Fury? How is he going to come back from his first defeat to the hands of Joshua?
Check this out, Rafi. When Tyson Fury beats a fighter, they're never the same. Physically and mentally, he destroyed Vladimir Klitschko, and Klitschko was never the same fighter after that. Same thing happened to Deontay Wilder. When Fury beat Wilder,
he destroyed Klitschko. You sure?
Absolutely. He was out the ring for 18 months, wasn't it? Pretty much retired. Then he was
waiting for Fury. He was waiting for Fury, and his cockamamie claims he's coming back for the rematch.
But that's more allegations. I think that's a false narrative.
Facts.
Can I finish, please?
Yeah,
I know.
Let me everybody let H Money finish.
Yeah, all I was saying was when Tyson Fury beats a fighter, they are never the same. Vladimir Klitschko, after he lost to Tyson Fury, he was never the same.
He was the best ever. He was the best he's ever been when he came back. But carry on, sir.
He never won a fight after that Tyson Fury match. He never won a fight
than he did when he fought Tyson Fury, though. But carry on, my friend.
Hey, look, check this out. When Vladimir Klitschko, you know what I mean, got beat by Tyson Fury, he was done. Tyson Fury won every round. I actually rewatched that fight yesterday. Tyson Fury walked him down. He hurt him plenty of times in that fight on the inside, showing off the inside fighting. And then the way he beat Deontay Wilder has never been beat. He never got beat until then. And on top of that, Deontay Wilder is destroyed as a fighter. If the Tyson Fury took his soul away from him, Deontay Wilder would never be the same. He ended his career. He ends careers. That's all I'm trying to say. He'll do the same thing to Anthony Joshua. He's gonna end Anthony Joshua's career, bro. That's what he's gonna do. That's what I'm just telling you. He's gonna
H-Money. H-Money. There was only 80 punches chucked in that whole fight with Vladimir Klitschko. And with Wilder, there was only 80 punches thrown.
80 punches. He won every round.
That was all it was thrown. 80 punches was all it was thrown and landed. And in the Deontay Wilder fight, Deontay Wilder is nothing. He ain't as good as people think he is. He's fought no one except the bums.
Yeah, it's bums, man. He's got bums. A resume full of bums. Full of bums.
Much respect to Leighton, Evelyn. Shout out to Iron Kong.
Respect to you, H.
Everybody got your opinion. You got your fighter. Yes, I love you too, Leighton. Look, you got your fighter. You got your guy, Anthony Joshua. I got my guy, Tyson Fury. And may the best man win. That's all.
Mate, yo.
Yeah.
Before you go,
brother,
H Money.
Salute.
Before you go, H Money, I got one question for you. H Money.
Yes, sir.
H Money, I got one question for you. How is Tyson Fury going to bounce back from his defeat at the hands of Anthony Joshua?
Tyson Fury will not lose, bro. Nobody can beat Tyson Fury, man. He's a superior boxer.
Let me ask you a question.
He's the best heavyweight in the world. He will not lose.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen Tyson Fury knocked out before?
No.
Okay. How do you think psychologically? You think the psychological scarring of being, how do you feel he's going to deal with the psychological scarring of being knocked out for the first time properly?
He won't get knocked out. If Deontay Wilder, the biggest puncher in heavyweight boxing, the biggest puncher in boxing, hit him with his best shot, and Tyson Fury got back up, AJ doesn't hit harder than Wilder. And I guess what? AJ won't even be able to connect with his punches because he's robotic, he's stiff, and guess what? He's loading up with haymakers. He's throwing those haymaker shots. Tyson Fury gonna slip those shots, bro. AJ's too slow, man. That's why he had to lose weight.
AJ slow. Slow.
Bro, what was the speed against Andy Ruiz? Against Butterbean, 300 pounds.
AJ
what was
can do 100 meters in 11 seconds, right?
Bro, AJ had fast. Andy Ruiz had fast in hands.
Fast.
No, he's stiff. He's stiff and robotic.
Ruiz has got one of the
sure
fastest
about
hands in the heavyweight division. Simple
He's
as.
stiff and robotic, bro. That's what he is.
That's a
sure
false
about
narrative.
that, H-Money?
False narrative, bro.
That's the truth. What you say, Ruffy?
Are you sure that he's stiff and robotic, H-Money?
Yes, bro. That's why Andy Ruiz was quicker than him, bro. That's on the punching bag is different when you in the ring.
Yeah.
That's why he had to lose that weight, right? That's why AJ had to lose the weight in the rematch.
It's different when you're in the ring. It's different. It is different because the back don't punch back. But if you got an eye, you will see what's going down in front of you. But you have to have an eye for it. What you see here is tight punches, tight, compact punches. Listen, H-Money, listen. All I'm telling you is just put 10% of your wealth. Put 10% of your wealth on Joshua, and you'll be rewarded tenfold. I'm telling you, listen, look, see what you're seeing. A lot of times people don't see what they're seeing. What we're talking here is some tight mid-range to inside work. This is on the inside. This is Tyson Fury's body we're talking about here. Tyson Fury's body that is not accustomed to taking punishment. H-Money, if you don't pay heed to these words, they're gonna come back and haunt you.
I don't think so. To be honest with you, I like Anthony Joshua. He's a very good fighter. But at the end of the day, Tyson Fury's not flat-footed. Tyson Fury's not going to stand in front of him like that punching bag. Tyson Fury has tremendous... I'm serious. Tyson Fury has the best footwork in boxing.
Tyson Fury's so awkward. He's awkward.
Yes, he is. He's very awkward. And then his footwork, his speed, and elusiveness at the 6'9", at 6'9", how tall and how big he is, bro. He's going to give Anthony Joshua so many problems. And then Tyson Fury going to punch him back. So I wonder how Anthony Joshua going to react.
H-Money. Why is he not defending the title? Why is he never defending the title?
Leighton, how is Anthony Joshua going to respond when he gets punched in the face?
I don't think Fury got the power to knock him out, and that's a straight.
That's what Wilder said.
But Wilder ain't a boxer. You come on, H-Man. You got to Wilder cannot box. Wilder cannot box, mate. You knows Wilder cannot box. You knows that, H-Man.
You saying Fury don't have power? That's not true. Fury does have power, bro. Sugar Hill.
Wilder got power. Wilder got power, but he can't.
What about Fury though? Fury has power too.
Fury hasn't got power, bro. He hasn't got power.
That's
look at his knockout. Look at his knockout ratio, mate. Look at his knockout ratio.
That's a false narrative. Fury does have power, bro. His
knockout ratio, bro. His knockout ratio
obviously he can hurt you. He's 6'9", 270 pounds. Of course he can hurt you, but he ain't got knockout power.
He ain't got it, bro.
He does, and he shows that he's increasing his power with Sugar Hill.
He's increasing his power. He's increasing his power. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, Sugar Hill taught him how to sit down on his punches and increase punching power.
You know he's not training with Sugar. You know Sugar Hill's not his trainer for this fight, don't you, H-Money?
I'm not sure. I can't speak on it. I don't. I mean,
Sugar
you
Hill
let
is
me
his
know.
trainer. Sugar Hill is his trainer.
No,
Sugar
hold
Hill
on.
is his trainer.
No, you never listened. You never heard what I said, Leighton. I said, you know, Sugar Hill is not training him for this fight, don't you?
I mean,
What
I'm
do you
not
mean?
sure.
Each train. Of
I
course
think
he
he
is.
Look,
is.
he's going with another trainer for this fight, bro.
I don't.
No,
Are you
no,
sure?
no.
Are
Sugar
you
Hill's
sure?
still there, mate. Sugar Hill's still there, mate. No, Sugar Hill's still there.
Well, listen,
Fury's
I'm
in
here-
Miami now. In Las
Well-
Vegas now.
Well, listen, I'm hearing murmurings. Let me rephrase it. I'm hearing murmurings that will become clear in about, where are we now? For Saturday? Give it till Tuesday when the news breaks. Listen, I'm just trying to give peeps a heads up and people telling me
What's the breaking
listen,
news? Break the news, bruv. What's
let
breaking
me
news, bro?
well, I can't really break the news because I forgot the guy's name. But it's gonna take me a couple of days. It's going to take me a couple of days to get the guy's. I'm giving myself a couple of days to get the guy's name, but he's a well-known guy.
As far as me and H Money are concerned, Sugar Hill's his trainer.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure, Rafi, you don't want Sugar Hill to be in his corner because Sugar Hill, you know how Tyson Fury's been fighting since he went to the Crunk Gym. Even a comment right there by Giza Max reviewer, he said Fury wasn't a power puncher until he went to the Crunk Gym, which shows that he is a power puncher now. You know,
I agree with that. They taught him to turn his fist, turn his wrist, and get punches. Turn his wrist. Turn his wrist. You know what else they taught him?
You know what else they taught him, Leighton? They taught him how to put the fist in the wrist.
Nah,
yeah,
man,
100%. It's a different punch.
Yeah,
no, it is. When you punch,
here comes the LDBC narratives.
And it's a technique. It's a technique you call rolling your wrist. And when you roll your wrist, you straighten it through, and that's what he's been doing since he's got to the Crunk.
Yeah. Yeah. So H Money, why you on the LDBC case? I know you moved over there.
Nah, I didn't move over there. What it was, I was talking in barbershop conversations. I built a friendship with him, and he introduced me to Devin Haney and Bill Haney. So it was business. I am cool with barbershop conversations.
Yeah.
Who else am I cool with in the LDBC? Blue Bloods. But other than that, I really don't. I mean, you got cool people that's in the comment section who just listen. You got good guys, but as far as the rest of the I guess the channels, the only two channels that I do watch is Barbershop and Blue Bloods, but I'm not an LDBC member or anything like that.
I gotta say this. I've watched H Money for years, right? And he's been but he's grown up so much in the past 6 months or whatever, and I got so much respect for him. He talks proper boxing now, and since he's been with Bill Haney, mate, he's a different guy from now on. H Money, I salute you, brother. You've gone to another level in my eyes.
Thank you, my brother Leighton. Thank you for always supporting me ever since we was on, I believe, the Boxing Voice together, and you always showed me support and always, showed me love, and I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, there can only be one. And Tyson Fury.
Are you cool with Are you cool with Nescafe now?
No, I mean, I don't think Ness.
No, Ness is full of shit. He's full of shit. He treated you two like a piece of shit. You two kept the show going, all right? And you didn't get the respect, bro. I was telling you, both
exactly. You're right.
You
but if he did accept me to come back, I would go back just to talk boxing. I feel like I can go to talk boxing anywhere on any channel. You know what I mean? So if I get an opportunity to go call back in, I would just to talk about.
You're on the payroll. They're saying you're on the payroll. Are you on the payroll, H-Money?
No, I'm not on the Tyson Fury payroll. I'm just a boxing fan, and I know what I see. Tyson Fury has the best skill set in a heavyweight division. I'm not here to push false narratives. I'm just calling for what it is. Fury is the best.
Fury is most certainly not the best. How can he be the best? How can he be the best?
Back up. Please put that comment back up. Please, the one you just took down.
Plus AJ's chin is in question after he lost to Ruiz Jr. I tell you what, AJ's
twin. AJ's got a chin. People saying he hasn't got a chin. It's ridiculous.
When you fight the top, when you fight the top fighters, you are going to get chinned at some point, including Tyson Fury. H Money, how are you going to deal with it when Tyson Fury gets stretched out on the canvas? How are you going to deal with it? Are you prepared?
Yes. Hey, the thing, Rafi, every time Tyson Fury went down, he got back up. And you can't say the same thing about AJ. One time he got dropped, he spit his mouthpiece out. He was embarrassed. He turned his back to the referee and he quit. You know what I mean?
He turned his back to the referee to get up.
Bro, that is quitting. Spitting your mouthpiece out.
He turned his back to the referee to get up, walk to the corner, and say, "I'm ready."
Well, why is that, bro?
I'm ready. He got up, walked to the corner. He had to turn his back to the referee because he had to walk to the corner, the appropriate corner.
He was looking away, shaking his head, spit his mouthpiece out. Body language showed that he didn't want to be there anymore.
He got up, walked to the corner, turned around, and said, "I'm ready."
He didn't know he didn't win anymore. Hey, Rafi, man.
He said, "I'm ready." He got up, walked to the corner, said, "What the hell more can you expect him to do?"
You know what he did? What actually happened is he got dropped for the 4th time. Spit his mouthpiece out, turned his back to the referee, and shook his head. He didn't win anymore. And once the referee stopped it, then he acted like he wanted to continue. At the end of the day, Rafi, now we're going to talk about his chin. We seen Dylan White hurt Anthony Joshua with a left hook. We seen Alexander Povetkin hurt Anthony Joshua. We seen Vladimir Klitschko drop Anthony Joshua, and he couldn't drop Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? We seen that Andy Ruiz dropped him 4 times, end up stopping him.
All of them people you just mentioned, all of those names you just mentioned shows that Joshua's resume is superior to not just Wilder's, but also Tyson Fury.
No, just because he beat a over the hill Alexander Povetkin, who was 40 years old, bro. You can't give him credit like that. I mean, he
knocked out Dillian White, brother. He knocked out Dillian White.
But at that time, Dylan White was still on a domestic level. Dylan White was improving at that time. You know what I mean? Who was Dylan White at that time, bro?
He's improved. He was improving, and he's continued to improve.
No, I'm saying at that time when AJ beat him, Dylan White was pretty much just a young fighter. You know what I mean?
AJ, he had more experience than AJ in fighting overall.
Yeah, they were both prospects.
Dylan White was a professional kickboxer, and when he
was a prospect at that time, Leighton, all I'm saying, he was a prospect at the time. Now, Charles Martin, I agree. Charles Martin was a vacant champion, similar to Bermain Stavern. Like a lot of those guys that he beat, Klitschko wasn't the champion at the time. He was already destroyed by Tyson Fury. Come on, you had
destroyed. Wrong word. Destroyed. Wrong word.
He was, my brother. Can we watch it together?
Who was destroyed?
It was close.
Klitschko was
destroyed by a feather fister. 80 punches, 8 punches around. 8 punches around, and you're calling that a destruction?
Let's watch the fight together, man. We did film study before.
Around, and you call that a destruction? Come on, bro.
It was, bro. I watched the fight.
And you also, I like the way you were ignoring the comment that's up there. You always call it this comment, that comment. You see this, but you don't see this comment though. H Money, you don't see this comment though, because it's so true. You can't sit down on your punches and box and move at the same time. Tyson Fury is going. Listen, are you acknowledging that Tyson Fury is going into the toughest fight of his career? Yay or nay?
I would. It's debatable because you still got the Klitschko fight, and then that when Klitschko was a champion.
Hold on a sec, though. If you're saying that Klitschko was over the hill 18 months after he fought Fury, that means he was close to the hill. If you're saying 18 months later he was over the hill, that means he was close to the hill when he fought Fury.
Let me respond, Rafi, because when Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko, he was a champion for 7 straight years. Nobody could beat him for 7 years. He was a champion, and Fury destroyed him. And once Tyson Fury beats an opponent, they're never the same physically and mentally.
Klitschko begs to differ because he looked better than he looked better afterwards than he looked in years. So actually, if Tyson Fury beat you, and look at oh my God. Have you ever heard of a guy called Chisora who since losing to Tyson Fury twice has been getting better and better.
Didn't he just lose to Usyk? I mean,
Usyk is the lineal cruiserweight champion. Who has beat Usyk, my friend?
He's not a heavyweight. Usyk is a cruiserweight, so he got beat by a cruiserweight. So
who has beat?
Evander Holyfield was a cruiserweight.
So who did Derek Chisora beat after that fight? After losing to Fury, who did he beat? That was so good.
Takam. He beat
Oh,
Takam.
my journeyman. Takam is a journeyman. Are you serious? Did he beat any?
Joshua
Arthur, okay.
Joshua
My bad.
knock
Arthur Spilska. My bad. He knocked out Arthur Spilska, who Wilder knocked out, and we consider Arthur Spilska a bum when Wilder knocked him out.
Yeah,
right?
Chisora handled him in even better form. You remember that Spilka gave Deontay Wilder. He gave him Deontay Wilder fits.
And
There was
Wilder knocked
boxing
him out,
around.
though,
There was
right?
boxing. There was boxing around. There was tit for tat. There were equals. There were equals in there until Deontay Wilder put him away.
That's the same thing with Klitschko. Wasn't Klitschko giving Anthony Joshua fits, dropped him, almost knocked him out, and then Joshua knocked him out.
Joshua dropped him 3 times. Joshua dropped him 3 times.
Joshua was almost out, bro. He was almost done, bro. He was
Fury
exhausted.
never dropped him once.
Bro, AJ was exhausted. Klitschko dropped him.
Fury never
Klitschko was
dropped
washed.
once.
A washed up Klitschko. Let me say this. A washed up Vladimir Klitschko dropped Anthony Joshua and almost finished him. A washed up version.
Okay, I'll go with your mentality of that. But did Fury drop Klitschko? Answer me that.
He won every round. You don't have to.
But did he drop him?
Who was more impressive against Klitschko? Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury?
Anthony Joshua knocked him out. Anthony Joshua knocked him out.
And
Tyson Fury adjusted into
he
death.
almost got stopped in the process, Rafi. Stop it, bro. The man almost lost that fight. Fury won every round.
That was the fight of the decade.
80 punches all fight. That was a snooze fest.
80 punches. 90 was a snooze fest.
I can't believe what y'all saying, bro.
It was a bore fest. It was one of the most boring fights in heavyweight history. It was one of the most boring fights. Klitschko versus Fury is down in the record book.
I was excited about that fight.
It's down in the record book.
I
one
love
of the
that
most
fight.
boring fights in heavyweight history.
And that's what they say about Mayweather, right? That's what they say. Mayweather is a boring fighter. They say Andre Ward was a boring fighter, but guess what? They all retired undefeated, and Tyson Fury's undefeated, just like Mayweather and Andre Ward.
H, can I ask you a question,
you cannot
brother?
put Tyson Fury. You cannot put Tyson Fury in the same breath as Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Absolutely, ridiculous. Answer the question.
There, Ralph. H, what I'm saying? Do you know if Anthony Joshua beat Tyson Fury, will you give him his props then?
Absolutely, of course, because Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. Yes, I would say
if Joshua wins, Joshua's the best in the world. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I'll hold you on that, brother. I'll hold you on that,
bro. I'm a boxing fan, bro. I'm not a fanboy of any fighter. But I'm gonna tell you this though before I go. Now, if you compare Anthony Joshua's performance to Vladimir Klitschko to Tyson Fury beat him when he was a 7-year undefeated champion, right? For 7 years. He was the champion. Tyson Fury won every round. Tyson Fury never got hurt. He never got dropped. Tyson Fury dominated, and he won the fight easily. As far as Anthony Joshua,
that wasn't a fight, and that wasn't boxing.
Please. Anthony Joshua went life and death with Vladimir Klitschko. He got dropped.
That was the best Klitschko we've seen in years.
But Joshua's on his 19 fights.
Joshua ain't that good. You know what it was? Joshua just wasn't that good, bro.
It's 19 fights when he's fighting.
19 fight.
19 fight, bro.
What about Mike Tyson at 21 fights in, right? When he
don't bring Tyson into this. We're talking about Joshua.
Okay, AJ. We're
talking about Joshua and Fury.
Bro, he got dry. I am showing him respect. He is a 2-time unified champion. He is an Olympic gold medalist. I respect him. I'm just saying that. But with the facts are, Leighton, the facts are facts. Tyson Fury had a better performance against Klitschko. There's nothing cool about getting knocked down and almost getting knocked out, bro. Joshua almost got knocked out. He did end up getting knocked out, bro, by Andy Ruiz. So
when Fury almost got knocked out, you proclaimed him the Messiah. When Fury almost got, you said, there's nothing good about almost getting knocked out. But when Fury got knocked out, you proclaimed him as the Messiah.
He got back up, my brother. He got back up against the
and Joshua got back up 4 times. Fury got back up 2 times. And Joshua got back up 4 times, but you don't want to acknowledge that. Come on,
I did acknowledge. I'm talking about the Klitschko fight.
You got to play fair.
We're talking about the Klitschko fight.
You're talking about the Klitschko fight. You say that Joshua got up. You say that Fury got up 2 times and you proclaim him a Messiah. Joshua got up 4 times. These things that you're overlooking, H Money, they're gonna come
I'm not
H
listening.
Money.
The
H
thing-
Money. When the fight comes, you're gonna have to deal with all of these things.
I
You're
can't
gonna
wait
have
for
to
the-
deal with Tyson Fury under pressure. You're gonna have to deal with seeing Tyson Fury get up from the ground. You're gonna have to deal with the possibility that your guy Tyson Fury is gonna get nailed. He's going to get nailed
He
to
can't
the
even touch
canvas,
him.
my friend.
Can nobody ever knocked out Tyson Fury? You can't even hit Tyson Fury, bro. He's at the best he's ever been in his career.
What's Fury's chin like? What's Fury's chin like?
You can't hit him.
Will you
Mike
admit
Tyson
there,
even said it.
H, will you admit, right, that this will be Tyson Fury's toughest fight?
That's tough because you still got that Klitschko fight and the Wilder fight.
Yeah, but you said Klitschko was heavy.
Can I finish?
Which
Can I finish, please? Because a lot of people feel like Deontay Wilder is more dangerous than Anthony Joshua. There's a lot of people that believe that, to be honest with you.
No, I'm asking what do you believe? What do you believe?
Me,
believe
I think
that
it's
this is
debatable.
his fight?
I would thanks. I think Wilder was dangerous at that time too. So I'm gonna give AJ the benefit of the doubt. Between AJ, I mean, it's debatable, man. Right now, it's hard.
Asking simple question.
It's hard to decide that one, bro.
This is his hardest fight because
it's hard because remember, Fury was the underdog against Klitschko. Fury was the underdog against Wilder, and I think Fury is the favorite against AJ. He is the favorite going into this fight.
He's the favorite for the boxer. I don't believe he can. I don't believe he can beat AJ. And I think
he can knock AJ out. I think he would. I think he would destroy AJ,
the only
bro.
way he wins.
Did you see Cunningham? Did you see Cunningham put Luke on his ass?
And what happened? He got back up, right?
He got back up against what was he, a cruiserweight? You wrote off Usyk as a cruiserweight, and you know Cunningham was a cruiserweight, right?
Yeah, anybody can get dropped, Raphael. We all know that. You've been watching boxing for a very long time. Anybody can get dropped. I mean, Andre Ward got dropped by Darnell Boone. It's okay. Get back up and keep fighting like a true champion.
Get back up and keep fighting. Get back up and keep fighting. Cunningham put Luke Fury down. Do you have any imagination? Do you have any imagination about the power difference from Cunningham to Joshua?
Yeah, of course, Joshua is a bigger puncher, of course, but at the end of the day, I feel like Tyson Fury's defense and his speed, his elusiveness will be too much for AJ. Now, I remember one of the comments somebody said, you cannot be he said you cannot use footwork and sit down on your punches at the same time. Didn't somebody put a comment up like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I want to address that because at the end of the day,
you can.
Yeah, let me address it because Tyson Fury, he has mastered different styles of fighting. He can move. He can walk you down. He can move fights going backwards. He can fight going forward, side to side. So Tyson Fury got different styles. So he can sit down on his punches when he wants to. That's all I'm saying.
He can sit down and punches when he wants to, but can he just flow? Can he just flow? Can he flow between styles? Can he flow between styles like that? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think he's going to be able to flow.
Too. And Tyson
Fury he can definitely switch southpaw too. Do you think Anthony Joshua can knock Tyson Fury out?
Anything is possible. Anybody can be knocked out, but to be honest, it can happen. But I don't see it happening. I think Tyson Fury, his defense is too good. Do you acknowledge? It's
a good question from Marion G. Marion G. How do you pronounce that name right there? How do you pronounce that name right there?
I don't know. Moran G, I think.
Marion. Is that Marion? Is that Marion? Is that saying Marion? I think it's Marion G. Okay, I'm going with Marion G unless I'm corrected. So Joshua has the best resume at heavyweight. Surely you accept that, H Money.
That's debatable. It's between him and Tyson Fury.
Come on, H.
Come on. Let me explain now. I know what you're gonna say. Anthony Joshua beat the most former champions. He beat what's the name? What's the dude? Charles Martin.
He beats Klitschko. He beat Charles Martin. He beat Povetkin. He beat
these guys. Oh my God, Charles Martin. Are you serious, Charles? Man, come on.
I do believe he beat Charles Martin.
He beat Charles Martin.
You guys talk about Savannah. You guys
who did Charles Martin beat, though, bro?
You guys talk about Savannah all the time, but how is Savannah better than Charles Martin?
I didn't say he was. All I'm saying is Charles Martin beat. Charles Martin is nothing special about Charles Martin.
Well, there's nothing special about Savannah.
Can I
What is
explain
nothing
this
special about
resume?
Savannah? And that's who Wilder got his
I didn't
belt
say
from.
anything about Stavern. You heard me
Okay,
criticize Wilder's resume. All I'm saying is, who did Charles Martin beat? He got a vacant belt. So why are we praising AJ
the same as Wilder though?
Stavern. But we criticize Wilder's resume, but we don't criticize Anthony Joshua's. That's my whole debate.
Go ahead and criticize. Go ahead and criticize.
Let me say this. Now, Charles Martin was a vacant champion who never beat anybody, right? So now let's go to exactly. I agree with that. So I can't give Anthony Joshua super credit for beating Charles Martin.
Okay, so what about can you give him credit for beating? Can you give him credit for Parker? Can you give him credit for beating Parker, who beat Andreas the Ponce Ruiz?
A lot of people, you give him credit for that one. You do,
okay,
but
cool.
A lot of
people
hold
on. Do you give him credit? Hold on. Do you give him credit?
I thought Ruiz won that fight.
Do you give him credit for beating Povetkin, ex-WBA world champion, ex-gold medalist?
And he got hurt.
Was never stopped. No one ever stopped Povetkin. No one ever stopped Povetkin.
Can I please
no
answer
one ever stopped Povetkin? Yeah,
I need to, because you know why? Because Povetkin was about 40 years old at that time, and on top of that, Povetkin hurt Anthony Joshua in the process. Let me finish. You guys got to let me finish because Povetkin hurt Anthony Joshua in that fight. Povetkin was 40 years old, and Povetkin was washed up, bro. Tyson Fury would have did the same thing. So we praising him. Come on, we just seen Dylan White stop.
Could Povetkin knock out Deontay Wilder?
It's possible. Anything can happen.
Could Povetkin knock out Tyson Fury if he caught him like he caught? If Povetkin caught Tyson Fury the way he caught Dillian White, do you think you'd have knocked out Tyson Fury?
No.
Okay, so that speaks of delusion. A horse would have been took out with that shot.
Leighton, I agree with you.
Horse, mule, cow.
Okay, Rafi, we know why Dylan White got stopped in that fight, because he was being flat-footed, and Tyson Fury's not a flat-footed fighter. Tyson Fury's a great defensive fighter.
Okay.
We won't be able to hit Tyson Fury with that same punch. So
Tyson Fury is sometimes flat-footed. Sometimes you catch him flat-footed. Cunningham caught him flat-footed.
Listen. I know. Tyson. Listen, let me say something. With Tyson Fury is the after defense, right? And he fights sideways, right? That's when he fights you sideways. You can't hit him. He takes away his belly. He takes away things. But when you catch him flat-footed, that's when you knock him out. When he's squared on, you knock him out.
He gets caught square on, my friend. I've seen multiple people. Cunningham caught him square on. What's that guy's name? Pavlik or whatever, caught him square on. Even going back, what's his name? McDermott gave him fits as well. Listen, he's not the unbeatable guy you think he is, H Money. And
why nobody beat him then?
What?
Why nobody beat him yet?
Give it a couple of months, my friend. Aren't you listening to what I'm saying?
He don't stay in fighting everyone consistently. He disappears and he fights and picks his fights.
Oh my God!
He's clever. He picks his fights. He picks his fights.
No,
you don't.
What about AJ? So when he fights AJ
don't
pick his fights.
He's mandatory.
Listen, H. I'll do exactly the same to you. If he beats AJ, I will take my hat off to him and say, "Fair play, my man. You are the number one."
Of course.
No,
if you beat him, I'll do the same. Of course.
But I don't believe in doing it.
The difference between me and a lot of you guys, not anybody here, I'm saying generally, the difference between me and them is that I just see. I first of all, H Money, you need to do your research. I have Tyson Fury as the favorite. You didn't know that, did you? No, exactly.
But the favorite for AJ in the AJ fight?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're shocked now. You're shocked now.
I was just checking.
You're shocked now, yeah? Are you shocked?
Man, I love it. I actually love this. The trash talking, the back and forth.
Okay,
this make it exciting.
Understand. So absolutely. So understand that I have Tyson Fury as the favorite. But the difference between me and you is that I can see AJ separating him from his senses, my friend. That's the difference. That's the difference between me and you.
And he couldn't do it. He couldn't separate. He couldn't separate Andy Ruiz from his senses.
Different styles make fights, my friend. Styles make fights. Do I need to tell you that? Styles make
Who has stopped
Tyson
Andy
Fury
Ruiz?
got a way better style than
Who's
Andy
knocked out
Ruiz
Andy?
and all of those guys on his resume.
Who
on
has
this
knocked
planet
out
has knocked
Andy
down
Ruiz?
Andy Ruiz?
Name him.
Who's
Tell me.
Nobody.
Name me
What's
one
his
person.
name? There we go.
Exactly.
For a
Nobody.
reason. For a reason.
Exactly, brother.
For a reason.
Exactly.
And who was Andy Ruiz fighting before AJ? No, did Andy Ruiz fight anybody in the top 10 before he fought AJ?
Andy Ruiz is your best American fighter.
He fought Joseph Parker. He did fight Joseph Parker.
Is
Andy he fought Parker. He right. But before that,
he won.
He lost that fight too, right?
I'm the same as
He
you.
lost that fight.
No, but you said he won it. You said you thought he won it. You thought
I
he
did.
Yeah.
He won it.
And also, I think it was a very close fight too. And also, you know who else I thought? You know who else I thought had a close fight with Joseph Parker? You know who else I thought had a close fight with Joseph Parker? Carlos Takam. Boom, boom, boom.
What'd you say, Raphael? I'm sorry, I missed the last.
Do you know who else? Do you know who else had a close fight with Parker? Parker.
With Dillian White?
No, Carlos Takam.
He's a journeyman, bro.
Okay. You're calling him a journeyman now, but you go and watch that fight with Joseph Parker, and you come back and tell me who won. That fight was way close.
Listen, we all got opinions. None of us can be right all the time. None of us can be wrong all the time. It's
Speak
boxing.
for yourself,
That's the whole idea of it. We don't know it. We don't know what's going to happen until they fight. When they fight, but we've got opinions on it. When they fight, and I really do believe, listen, I come from boxing family, bro. I've grown up boxing. I know it. My dad's cousin boxed Bruno, bro. Do you know what I mean? I know my boxing. And I'm telling you, Anthony Joshua is the man.
Tyson Fury is the man, bro. He's undefeated, bro. He's the only one that's undefeated.
Nah, he's a drug cheating bum.
Oh, here we go now.
Here we go. I like the way a lot of cats like to admit the fact that he's a drug cheater.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's a clean.
What do you mean? He's not?
Come on with these allegations now, bro. You guys are trying to tear him down, bro. This is the same thing that the Wilder fans do with Fury. Now we getting it from
Hey, absolutely not. Okay. This is the British Foxy. You want me to bring up? You want me to bring it up? Okay, I'll bring it up for you. If you want
we know the history, bro.
You want me to bring it up? I'll bring it up.
We know.
Now bring it up. You want to bring it up?
No, I'm good, bro. Listen, bro. Every people who tested positive in the past, like Canelo or whatnot. At the end of the day, Shane Mosley tested positive. Roy Jones.
Why are you trying to sweep under the carpet, though?
I'm not. At the end of the day, it's going to be Avada tested. They're going to be on an even playing field. We just don't want to hear no excuses from the AJ fans, like I heard from the Wilder fans. That's all.
What? Well,
I don't want to hear excuses when Tyson Fury destroys AJ. I don't want to hear you guys bringing up gloves and cheating and all of this nonsense.
What?
Well, we won't do that.
What excuses? What excuses?
We don't believe in
excuses. What excuses are you guys gonna come out with when you see your boy get starched? If he gets starched, if Fury gets starched, what are you gonna say? What you gonna say?
AJ won't be able to do it, bro.
But can you just answer the question? Is that too much?
Okay,
can you just answer the question?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
But what if AJ separates Tyson Fury from his senses? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say after the fight?
I'm gonna give Anthony Joshua his full credit.
You're gonna give him his flowers.
Yes, I'm gonna congratulate him.
He did say that.
I will congratulate Anthony Joshua because that's a tough task, bro. That's very tough to do that to Tyson Fury.
But you know what the narrative will be? You know what the narrative will be? If Joshua statues Fury, the narrative in America will be, we can't beat Wilder. He ain't beat Wilder. Wilder's this. And that's what it'll be. You know that's what it'll be. Do you know what I mean?
Marion, where's yo, H Money? Are you forgetting that Otto Wallin gave your boy fits?
I mean, we all know Tyson Fury had a nasty cut on his eye, and anybody else would have
quit. Should have been stopped. That fight should have been stopped.
All these conspiracies, man. You guys are kind of remind me of the Deontay Wilder fans. At the end of the day, Tyson Fury could have quit. No, I'm serious. I'm serious, bro.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna get a drink. You two work it out.
Yeah, let me speak real quick, Leighton, because Tyson Fury, if he didn't have any heart, he could have quit that fight and said, "Oh, I can't continue because of my eye." But he just showed what type of heart that he got and kept fighting 12 rounds with that nasty cut, bro. That's all that I'm saying.
I agree. I agree, brother. I agree. But what I'm saying to you is that if that fighter was anyone else, and top rank in a big machine of ESPN one behind you, that fight would have been stopped. It would have been stopped with that cut. 100%, it would have been stopped. But because there was money and there was so much involved with it, they didn't stop it. But that fight should have been. That cut was nasty. That cut was nasty, bro.
Leighton, at the end of the day, Tyson Fury kept fighting like a true champion. You know what I mean?
I agree, bro.
Yeah. So you gotta give him credit for that. And also, like Deontay Wilder was saying, oh, if the referee didn't do a slow count, I won. Well, Deontay Wilder. Can I finish this?
No, let me say something. I'm helping you, right, bro? What I'm saying is where people are saying a slow count. No. Tyson Fury was knocked out. Any normal ref would have waved that fight off. It should have been waved off. I don't know why the ref let him count. Like a Dillian White, when he was knocked out, waved off. It should have been waved off, mate. He was knocked out.
So I was trying to say that the thing is this: like when you say, "Oh, Tyson Fury should have lost to Otto Wallin because of the cut," it sounds like when Deontay Wilder fans say, "Oh, Deontay Wilder won the first fight. Tyson Fury should have lost because he got knocked out. It was a long count." We can't do conspiracies and you know what I mean, and bring up some type of stories to say, "Oh, it's Fury lost." No, at the end of the day, what happened? Fury kept fighting and he beat Otto Wallin. At the end of the day, Fury got back up and he beat Deontay Wilder, bro. So you know what I mean? Got to give both fighters credit. I'm not here. I don't want to
I agree.
I'm tearing down AJ. I like AJ, but I don't want to hear the brothers, the brothers try to tear down Tyson Fury because that's what I've been hearing all week. Fury put the pressure.
No.
Let me finish this one point. Let me finish last point because Anthony Joshua fans been doing videos this week saying, "Oh, Tyson Fury doesn't want the undisputed fight. It's Fury's. The fight doesn't happen. It's Fury's fault." That's not true, bro. Fury just said it. Fury just said it yesterday.
Yeah, well, he got shamed. He got shamed into it. He got shamed into
AJ got shamed into it. AJ got shamed into it because Tyson Fury gave him a 3-day deadline. See, now you guys talking nonsense, start saying crazy stuff about AJ, and I don't want to do nonsense
because AJ is the driving force behind this undisputed. He tried to do it with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder didn't want none. He tried time and time again. Deontay Wilder declined. Deontay Wilder went into the Zone's New York offices. They said, "Listen, we got 120 million for you." Deontay Wilder said, "Well, how much AJ get? How much AJ getting?" They said, "We ain't telling you. That's confidential." You know what Deontay Wilder did? He got up. He wiped he got up. He dusted off his pants for the dry roasted peanut, the dust from the dry roasted peanuts, dusted off his pants and walked out of the DAZN offices. Boom, boom, boom. How you like that? How you like that?
He's bounced, Raph. He's bounced. He's gone.
Bounced down.
He's had enough.
Hell, damn, have you had enough? H. Monet, have you had enough? The true serum.
He losing battle, bro. Losing battle, mate. You know what I mean? 2 weeks ago, he was all wild as this, wild as that, and then he changed his tune. He must have got some channel. They give him something else, and he's come here with different. Do you know what I mean? Different energy. But at the end of the day, like Raph, you can see what I can see, mate. Do you know what I mean? Tyson Fury is overhyped. Because he can move his head back and forth. He's some special boxer. Come on, bro. If he can't punch through a wet paper bag, mate, I'm telling you, no. He's going to get knocked out. 100%.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
But that's if we get him in the ring, Raph. You know what I mean?
Got to get him in the ring. Get him in the ring. Get him in the ring and I'll knock him out. That's what Joshua said.
When the fight's signed, he's been known to fake injuries and do his ankle or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Trust me, because his father's been telling him inactivity. So you know what I mean? He can wait till the right thing. Like he's saying about TikTok, this fight's over. But like Eddie said, I've sent you an offer, and this is more than you've ever earned anywhere, and you're never going to earn this anywhere, pandemic or no pandemic. This is the most you're ever going to earn. And he's changed his tune. Oh no! But will he actually step in that ring, mate? Will he actually step in that ring?
That's a damn good question. We know that he wouldn't step in the ring against what's his name? Against Klitschko. Where's this? AK Super Dope says Fury slaps. I'm trying to call Fury a slapper. OMG. both AJ and AJ is a driver.
I can't wait, Raph, because of the narratives that you've been with me, Raph. You've heard this the last 2 years. Joshua's robotic. Joshua don't move his head. Joshua's a weightlifter. Joshua's got a chin. You haven't got no chin. Joshua can't do nothing slower than Fury. Mate, every statement is wrong. Every single statement is wrong. And it's just going to be an eye-opener for everyone, mate. Get ready. I think Joshua's going to walk through him, bro. All right? So, don't get me wrong. When we first start off, I think Fury will start slow. Joshua will just go boom, 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 straight in, let him know. And then Fury will run all fight.
OMG. I think a lot of people are going to be in for a rude awakening. Hold on a second. Marion G says, you boys think it will actually happen? I'm not so sure. Fury Vlad 2 was signed, having press tours, etc. Look what happened. Yeah. Fury is known. Luke is known. What is this? Luke Fury will very soon announce an injury. OMG. Yeah, it's scary. It's a very scary thought. I hope that Eddie Hearn has a backup guy. I hope he's got a backup dancer. I hope Eddie Hearn books a backup dancer in case Tyson Fury pulls. Okay. Let me just take care of that. Where is this? Let's have a look. Boom. 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 Where is this? Okay. That's good. Yeah. I hope if Fury backs out, which he is prone to doing, it's interesting. It is interesting, isn't it? I hope.
The only thing for Fury not backing out, Raph, is because I think ESPN got 2 fights left with him, and they're going to make sure they get their buck back because they're in the red, like, do you know what I mean? So they're going to make sure, listen, for you ain't backing out. You got to do it. The money that's involved. Bob makes a bob, and fucking Frank makes a pop out my language, and Frank makes a buck. They ain't gonna let him back out. They ain't gonna let him back out, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he might have put himself in between a rock and a hard place. The Furies have been bad-mouthing, downplaying the whole damn thing, and it makes you wonder, how the hell are you going into an undisputed and you're talking trash all the way there? It's like, is Tyson Fury being dragged kicking and screaming? We know that he's got riches beyond his dreams now with this fight. Riches beyond his dreams with this fight. Is he going to walk away? I say, I don't think so. I don't think
he got a choice. He haven't got a choice, Raph.
He got no choice.
I think he wants to jump out. His dad's probably telling him to jump out. But the powers that be are telling him, you got no chance, mate. You got to have this fight. And then you say you can beat him with one arm and he's a big Dawson, he's useless and all that. Mate, the test is here. It's either make or break for you. And I know Fury hasn't got it. He hasn't got it. I don't care. Whatever people say. Listen, I've boxed all my life. I know I've been on boxing family. I know. Listen, it ain't happening. Fury is going to get beat.
Damn. What's this guy say? You're saying you should know better. This cat's saying you should know better. I don't know what he means.
What's he mean? No better. No better what?
What's he talking about? I think he's saying that you lack knowledge because you think that Tyson Fury is going to lose.
Mate, he don't know nothing. Trust me, mate. I know boxing, mate. Trust me. My dad's cousin, Winston Allen, boxed Frank Bruno, and I've been in boxing ever since, brother. You don't know nothing. Trust me.
There you go. Leighton knows his boxing, mate. He's been here for a while. Well, since the start, actually. What is this here? Fury's a traveler. Yeah, I know he's a traveler. So what? You'll get sparked out the same way that anybody else gets sparked out. What's the matter with you? Yeah, he's been training. He's been training for longer than Joshua. Training since he's a kid, much like Andres the Punch Ruiz. But listen, you're acting like he's some kind of supernova. You're acting like you don't realize. You don't realize that once he gets touched on the chin, it's going to be a whole new thing, or it could be a whole new thing. You're ruling out Joshua. I'm not ruling out Fury, but you're ruling out Joshua, and I say to you, you are making a mistake. You're making a mistake, but you know what?
Raph, I don't understand the hate they get for Joshua. It's like he's an Olympic champion. He was world champion after 16 fights.
The man is an Olympic champion, damn it. Don't you understand?
He comes second in the World Amateur Games. Do you know what I mean? World Amateur Champions. You know what I mean? It's like the boy can box.
The disrespect is crazy. The disrespect is crazy for Joshua. You know what I'm saying?
No one else has done it like him from our shows. No one else has done it like him from our shows.
Boom.
Fury couldn't even make the Olympic team, mate. He couldn't even make the Olympic team. Do you know what I mean? He ducked from David Price. He was ducking from David Price. Do you know what I mean? People
Are you listening to this? Are you listening to this? Fury could not make the Olympic team. He was ducking David Price.
Yeah,
do you understand?
But people think he's this because he's a good talker. They believe it. But like, listen,
because he's a good talker.
Have a good eye test. Know your boxing and see the people he does. He picks fights, and then it disappears and come back and pick fights. Mate, he ain't all that because he beat Deontay Wilder, which we've been saying for years is garbage. He's not fought nobody. He is no one. So it makes it look good. Why won't he fight Dillian White? When Dillian White said put the diamond belt
why didn't he fight Dillian White? He said he'd fight Dillian White if the WBC put the diamond belt up. The WBC said, okay, we put the diamond belt up. Tyson Fury said, nah, you're all right. I think I'll skip that one. You're forgetting. Listen, you people have been brainwashed. You people have been brainwashed. Can you not see that? Can you not see that you've been brainwashed? Can you not see that? A lot of people don't realize you're trying. Good try. What you're trying? Good try. Fury's number is up. I respect. Listen, a lot of you people have been brainwashed. This is a fight. I'm not saying you're saying it's impossible for Anthony Joshua to win. That's what you guys are saying. Are you listening to yourselves? Are you listening to yourselves?
100%, Raph. 100%. I back you all the way there, son. Because people, like, mate, they go on the TV. They see Fury talking all this stuff. I think he's the man. It's like, hang on. You watching?
I think he's the
what I'm watching. When he fights, he's so awkward. He's not proper. He's like you get taught a proper way, right? He's so awkward, but because he manages what he does, he's so tall. He uses what he got, but as a fighting style, it's so awkward. But if you've got someone like Joshua, who's so conventional, he'll walk through it. He'll walk through it, mate. Trust me.
A lot of people are in for some surprises, Leighton Evelyn. A lot of people are in for some surprises. A lot of Furyites. A lot of Wildettes gonna get the G-string all up in a bunch when they see Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua in the ring. Anthony Joshua's been the one walking towards it. Tyson Fury's been doing some lateral movement, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, all that kind of shiznicks because he hasn't got confidence in his pure fighting game. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna drop some jewels on your asses. I wish I had what's that guy's? That's that DJ. What's that DJ's name who drops the bombs? I wish I had DJ Clue's bombs right now. All I got is my bell, so I'll have to make do with the bell, but I'm about to drop some jewels on asses. Okay, now dig this, peeps this. I'm even going to make myself bigger up on the screen so no one can deny or pretend they haven't heard what I'm about to say. Much of Tyson Fury's shenanigans are down to his lack of confidence. OMG. Yeah, that's why I said his lack of confidence in his straight boxing. Just getting in a ring and boxing a guy. Tyson Fury can't do that because of his lack of confidence. Yes, I said it. How does he lack confidence, Raph? How does he show that he lacks confidence, Raph? Because of all the crap that he talks, because of all of his antics that he talks, because of all of the nonsense that he talks. He tries to confuse people, bring confusion to the game. He tries to misuse misdirection. Says, oh yeah, I'm going to come in light and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and then do the opposite. And then every once in a blue moon, he may do what he says he's going to do. It's like this. All of that nonsense is merely a disguise to cloak Tyson Fury's lack of confidence in just getting in the ring and having a straight fight. No, he don't do that because he lacks the confidence to do that. So he plays mind games. That's why he plays mind games. Leighton, get back up in here. Get back up in here, Leighton. You got to take your bow. You got to say your final words to the people. I mean, the link is in the chat, I believe. Yeah, and so, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Tyson Fury lacks confidence. Otherwise, he could just get in the ring and fight, but he can't do that. He can't get in the ring and fight because of his lack of confidence. He's got to play games. Hey, Nevlin, come on in and take a bow, my friend. And the H Money, come on in and take your bow, too.
What's going on? Where's H? Get the H in. Get the H in.
Get H in here. Get H in here. H, get in here and say your final words. You too, H Money. Get in here and say your final words. Come on in. Good to have you up in here, Marion G. Good to have you up in here. Don't be a stranger. We got the Maestro A Boxing. You can get up in here for a couple of minutes if you want as well. Thank you, Marion. Maestro in the building. Good night, boys. Let's hope this fight happens. It's got to happen. You too. Great show. Great. Well played. Yes. Okay, everybody's everywhere. I am subbing. Good channel. Okay, great stuff. Yes. Fantastic. AK Super Dope up in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of a very entertaining and stimulating show, but it would be remiss of us not to talk about the Shannon Courtenay. Shannon Courtenay showed some true grit. I called it correctly. I said she would beat Ebony Bridges. And she did. She outclassed Ebony Bridges. She just had a bit too much experience, a little bit of pop as well. A little bit of pop. She don't hit too light. She's got a bit of pop in her shots. I think I saw Ebony in between rounds at one point saying to a cornerman, she hits hard, in reference to Shannon Courtenay. Shannon Courtenay, just a bit too much experience. A bit too much polish. She was using the jab nicely and intelligently. I could see there's still ways to exploit Shannon Courtenay, because she throws that big left. I think is it a left hook she throws all the time, and it's easily slippable. And Ebony Bridges was looking to counter that, and she did on a few occasions.
Yeah, when Shannon throws our left hook, she drops her right hand, and she should keep her right hand tight, but she always does it. She chucks her left hook and drops her right hand because she's over extenuating with it. Do you know what I mean? She should keep it tight, and that was it. But a fair play. It was a great fight, but I had Shannon winning by 2 rounds. 2 rounds I had her winning by. You know what I mean? Yeah. Good fight though.
Good fight though. H Mo Knight. Did you see that scrap?
You talking about the females earlier?
Yeah.
I watched some of the highlights, to be honest with you.
You're not too much into that.
I mean, I see people very excited about the one girl who walking around with her, showing off her body and things of that nature. I'm interested in seeing who got the best skills in the fight. I'm not interested to see who got the biggest breasts out of the women. You know what I mean? I'm pardon my language, but I want to see who's the best fighter. And it looked like she took a loss. But I got a question about that girl. I heard she put out some tweets that offended a lot of people. What did she say? Like, what was the comments?
What she said, I'll tell you what she said. Back in the day, she was putting up tweets about Muslims and saying things about Muslims and all that. And it's like, to me, I live in Britain, right? I don't care what, if you were young, whatever. That's not the way we're brought up. But you grew up here, mate. You don't do that shit. You know what I mean? But she tried making out, oh, I didn't mean it. I was younger. But she made a point. She come in tonight in her ring with a guy from who was Muslim. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're trying to buy a Muslim to come and back you up for your tweets, trying to get the British public back on her side. Nah, mate. She said what she said for the reason. Like, do you know what I mean? She shouldn't have done it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, because I'm Muslim, so I don't know what she said or what she did, but now I know. Now I know why she was getting criticized like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I'm interested to see who's the best fighter. I don't care if a girl walking around showing off her butt and things of that nature in boxing, bro.
What do you think about girls showing off a butt in a way in boxing? H. Monet.
I mean, I think it'll bring more viewers probably, but I think at the end of the day, that's not what's important.
What do you think about women showing their butts in beach volleyball? H. Monet.
Shit. You know, I think it's it brings some excitement.
You can't ask a question like that.
To be honest, I think, you know, as a man, of course, you like to see things like that, but you know, this is boxing. This is not a swimsuit contest.
H, let me ask you a question. H, let me ask you this question. Did you see Savannah Marshall fight tonight?
Yeah, I watched it with Rafi, and she looks.
Yeah, we talked about it extensively.
She's a beast.
Do you think she'll do Clarissa?
I don't think she'll do Clarissa, to be honest. But
she'll knock
if
her out,
anybody
brother.
can, if anybody can, she is. I think is the biggest threat to Clarissa Shields for sure.
100%. But why is Clarissa Shields want to fight? What's her name? That German girl for 300,000. But when it comes to Savannah, she wants Mills. What's
that's crazy, huh?
You know
Maybe boxing is a business, though, man. So you know, at the end of the day, they got to.
Is Clarissa scared? Is Clarissa scared?
Nah, she's not scared. Of course not. But you know, I think
supposed to be the GOAT, bro. The GOAT. If she's the GOAT,
I think she is. You know, I mean? You know, if you look at her resume, Rafi, 2-time undisputed champion, 3 different weight classes. You know, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and only 10 fights. She did that in 10 fights.
But she lost to Savannah Marshall. She's lost.
That's in the amateurs, bro. So many fighters lost. So many great champions lost in the amateurs or the Olympic trials and things of that nature, bro. What matters in the professional rankings. That's all that matters.
But you rectify it, don't you? You rectify it. If someone's beat you, you want to rectify it. Listen, if that guy beat me in the amateurs and we're both professional now, I won you. I'll rectify this stuff. I'll make sure I can beat you. But Carissa's adding on zeros just to have a fight with her. Why? Why?
It is the biggest fight in women's boxing. So, I mean, boxing is a business at the end of the day. You got to take care of the business side.
100%.
I don't think Clarissa Shields is ducking anybody, to be honest. But I understand if you're a Savannah Marshall fan, you got to put pressure on Clarissa Shields to make the fight happen.
I'm a Clarissa Shields fan.
For me, of course, everybody knows I'm Mr. DAZN. I love Eddie Hearn and things of that nature. So if I'm supporting Eddie Hearn or DAZN, Matchroom, I'm gonna, attach Savannah Marshall's name to Clarissa Shields by any means necessary. Even if I gotta make videos calling out Clarissa Shields for asking for more money like you did. Now, these are the supporters of Savannah Marshall. That's what they're gonna do, Leighton. They're going to say, why is Clarissa asking for so much money?
It's a great fight for women's. It's the best fight, the only fight you can make in women's boxing. If you want to take women's boxing forward, this is the biggest fight. This is like the Joshua Fury. This is the fight for women's boxing. It needs to be made. It needs to be made. But I got a feeling Carissa's going to outprice herself.
But hey, if she does, I think Rafi's going to call her out for it. There's going to be a lot of people, a lot of content creators that will call out Clarissa Shields for that. And I think a lot of people actually really don't like Clarissa Shields for whatever reason. So I think that she will be called out.
No, I like Clarissa.
A lot of people, for some reason, I don't think she's, I don't think a lot of people like her, so I think that fight should happen. I don't want Clarissa Shields to outprice herself. Got to get those big fights.
Yeah, at the end she didn't do herself good when she got knocked out by her brother. Do you know what I mean? Worldwide, that just went knocking out a 60-year-old guy. Like, do you know what I mean?
Who knocked out her brother?
I know you can say. Her brother knocked out Bashir, didn't he? Knocked
You
out
remember
old
that,
man
Rafi?
Bashir.
Her brother sucker
Broke his
punch.
jaw, smashed him,
Yeah.
blood clot,
The
everything.
trainer
Smashed
of
him out, mate.
what's the name?
Oh yeah,
Haberzer. Yeah,
You're
her
talking
trainer.
about Clarissa Shields. Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
disgusting.
Clarissa tried saying it's nothing to do with her, which I understand. The only reason she didn't get done or anything was because her brother was not on the payroll. If her brother would have been on the payroll in any little slight little way or form, she would have got done. But he wasn't on the payroll. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but she had nothing to do with that. To be honest with you, bro, she has no control over her brother and what her brother does. At the end of the day, Clarissa Shields never been arrested. She's never been in jail. She never used any drugs. You know what I mean? It's the people around her. Of course, she comes from the ghetto. She comes from the hood. So of course, you know, if someone disrespects your sister, because I think Ali Bashir disrespect Clarissa Shields' sister, and then her brother jumped in. I mean, that's just how it is, man. You know what I mean? I don't condone it.
It was all boxing talk. Boxing talk. You can't go.
Well, I think he called her a bitch or something.
Man.
He was like,
yeah,
he called her the B word.
But it was boxing
Yeah, so
talk.
you got to
It
be
was
careful
all
when you
boxing.
talk like that.
No, but you can't be like when you're on the stage, you're talking on a boxing talk like everyone talks. We're not on the streets. You're not on the streets. You're on a boxing professional thing. So you can't be doing that to people on a professional level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it was
exactly.
her brother that done it. Do you know what I mean? So to me, like, I'm not blaming Clarissa because it was her brother. So do you know what I mean? Brother, it's the same way. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. You know, but Bashir was calling Clarissa Shields' sister the B word, and he was talking disrespectful. And like, for example, I know people. I have a sister. I have a mother. Someone disrespects my mom, bro, or my sister. I have to
But
fight.
that's on the street. That's on the street, brother.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's on the street. That's the. Of course, you're gonna do that.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right
but when you're
that.
on a professional level. Come on, bro. You can't. You just can't do
I
that.
agree.
You can't.
I totally agree with you, bro.
Like, you can't do that. You just can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't like to blame. I don't like to blame Clarissa for it, but she's like she took the slack because it was her brother. He's doing time for it. It was her brother, and that's why the people don't
He's
like
still
her.
in jail
Fall
too?
to her. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's still in jail. He's doing done a sentence. Isn't
Hey,
he? 3-4 years.
Kept those type of people away. She got to be more responsible, and she could have kept her brother at home. He didn't have to be there.
100%.
Yeah, for real.
Didn't have to be there. You have to be careful. You can't be. You might be hood in your hood, but you can't go amongst people and act that way. You gotta learn how to conduct yourself.
I agree.
Learn how to conduct yourself.
I agree, Rafi.
I think he's cost them millions. He's cost them millions in sponsors.
Yeah, I think so.
They won't go near it. They won't go near it.
I think so.
Because of that.
Sponsors.
I mean,
who's going to sponsor her?
Yeah.
Who's going to sponsor her? Who the hell is going to sponsor her? The hood association.
She was going to be the face of women's boxing.
The hood association of Dice. Huh? The
100%.
Marcy projects. The Hood Association of Dice from the Marcy Projects. Is that who's going to sponsor H Money?
It's like what H Money said. H Money said, like, if someone done that to your sister on the street, you know what you're going to do. And H Money knows that's what you're going to do. If someone done that to your brother or sister, you're going to go in there, do it. But it's professional, mate. Professional. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I agree.
I gotta ask H Money. I gotta ask H Money a question though. I gotta ask H Money a question. H Money, who is going to sponsor Clarissa Shields? The Hood Association of Dice, with their headquarters in the Mount Macy projects.
Oh man, I don't know. But he said the projects, the Marcy projects in Brooklyn,
in New York.
And where Jay-Z is from,
where Jay-Z allegedly chased Nas. Nas get chased in the building, or was that somewhere else?
Yeah, she got to clean up her act. You are right. You know what I mean? I think she was kind of being insecure about having her brother at the fight, or people from her neighborhood and things of that nature. You just got to move different, especially when you're a world champion, when you're a role model. You gotta be smart. You gotta move as a professional, and I don't think she was doing that.
100.
Yeah, hopefully, she can get those endorsements. She can get those sponsorships. But yeah, that did hurt her image for sure, because nobody wants to be involved with that type of circus. Nobody wants to be.
Did you say she can get sponsorships? Is that what
I
you
hope
said?
she does. I mean,
listen, Brethren, we deal with logic over here. How the hell Are you going to be associated with such unsavory behavior?
No one's going
and
near
get
her, bro. No
sponsorship?
one's going near her. She's like,
No one's going near her.
Lava, mate. Lava. No one's going near her, mate.
She's like, what do you call it? What, leprosy? Remember those old biblical stories?
Radioactive.
Remember leprosy? Remember those old films you used to watch with Charlton Heston and what's his name? Whatever them, Victor Mature. You know, those old. You remember The Robe? You never watched The Robe? When you got the people with leprosy and they had to live in caves? Huh? Nobody went near them.
The sad thing,
remember that?
I like the girl. Her style, I like everything about her. But she's been managed fucking wrong, mate. She's been managed wrong. She thinks she got to come out and speak like a man and talk all tough and talk all that. No, she needs to get people behind her. Do you know what I mean? Look at Katie. Look at that. Women's boxing is not men's boxing. If she would have done that, I'm telling you, America would have fell in love with her. But she just went the wrong way. She been managed wrong, mate. Managed wrong. Simple as. She should have signed with Eddie and she would have been sorted.
Yes, she did. Dark Side said
managed wrong. She has been managed wrong. Dark Side TDI says, Rafi, didn't she just fight on PPV? Yeah, I mean, I'm not disputing. Have you
heard the rumors of that, Raf? They're supposed to done like between 1,000 and 15,000. That's all she had. So that's why they're not releasing the numbers. They keep it quiet. So when she goes to Eddie and she's saying, I want $1 million, if Eddie finds out these numbers, Eddie can turn around to her and say, hang on, you only sold 1,000. Do you know what I mean? She bet on herself like Wilder and she lost, mate.
No. Let's look at that bet on yourself like Wilder thing. No, Wilder is a misappropriator. The person they were saying was betting.
Probably the wrong context here.
No. You're not the wrong context. What I'm saying is that the original bet on yourself guy was Dillian White. They were saying Dillian White bet on himself. And then Deontay Wilder, being the misappropriator, which he is, he came out and said, yeah, I like to bet on myself. And everybody starts saying Wilder's bet on himself. No. That's a tag he stole from Dillian White. And that's what he does. He takes little things. He takes little things from people. There's only one Deontay Wilder. Took that one from Tyson Fury. And I could go on and on and on. Anthony Joshua. He's one of them kids. He's a bit like a parrot. Anthony Joshua came out and he said, well, on the one shoulder, I got a voice saying, yeah, go for it. On the other shoulder, I've got a voice saying, well, nah, maybe, a year down the line. Maybe fight him down the line. And then
when he was commentating on the Klitschko fight, he was there praising Joshua, praising everything. So he got on to Alabama and he started talking all smack, saying Joshua's this, Joshua's that, Joshua, why you ducking?
Right.
Why you ducking? Do you know what I mean? What's the
That's
matter
right.
with
He changed his tune. He's one of them cats. We all know them. He's one of them cats who they say different things in different company. You know what I'm saying? One of them people who come out with different things in different company. And Joshua was saying, yeah, on this one. But then Joshua came. I don't know why I said that one because that's not the one I was going for. Joshua said, it could be so easy. It's easy to make the fight. We sent you the contract. It's your biggest payday. Fight me. And then
he was on $2 million a fight before he fought. Do you know what I mean?
He was on $2 million max a fight. And then he gets offered some big money and then he starts complaining. Yeah, listen. We're lucky. The one thing I'll congratulate Tyson Fury for is beating Deontay Wilder. You know why? Because now we're faced with the potential, the possibility of getting undisputed. We got that possibility now.
Because Raph, if Wilder would have beat Fury, if Eddie Hearn would have come up to him and said 50-50, I don't think he would have still took it. I really don't think he would.
Well, he wouldn't have got 50-50. He wouldn't have got 50-50. He wouldn't have got 50-50. That was something that just because they were so sick. The only reason Tyson Fury got 50-50 was because they were just so sick and tired. They were sick and tired of the negotiations with Wilder. So they just said, what can we give to Fury that he can't say no to? And that was 50%. That's the only reason. He ain't 50% value. He don't bring 50% value. They only gave him 50% because they were sick and tired of not getting anywhere with Wilder. So Wilder
only
wouldn't have
got to
got
look
no
at, right,
50%.
Raph, you only got to look at the pay-per-view records for,
Yeah.
for Britain, and Joshua's got the top 5 of them. Do you know what I mean?
Boom.
The top 5 of
Boom.
them. Where's
Boom.
Fury? The BT wouldn't even release his numbers. Wouldn't even release his Wilder numbers.
I don't think
'Cause they
H
knew
Money
it was
knows.
under,
I don't
it was
think.
under 500,000, mate. It was under 500,000. Do you know what I
I
mean?
don't think H Money knows. I don't think H Money knows this. I don't think H Money knows that commercially, Fury just ain't up there with Joshua.
Yeah, I know that. I know that Anthony Joshua is like the biggest global star in boxing worldwide. I understand that.
Look,
When
what
Tyson
it is,
Fury-
what it is he boxes on BT Sports. Oh yeah, BT Sports and Sky Sports. There's a different level, mate. It's like I don't know America, so I don't know. But like, look at your piss poor one TV show, and then your big massive TV show, and that's the difference. Like, do you know what I mean?
You know what? Anthony Joshua is most remembered for getting stopped by Andy Ruiz. For a lot of people, I'm being real with you,
that's
bro.
a load of crap, man.
No,
in the US.
Yes, it's true in the US. That's where I'm at. I'm in America.
Anthony Joshua is most known for the fight. What was people at the time calling the fight of the decade, and that's his fight with Vladimir Klitschko.
Oh my God! After Fury destroyed him, and he was retired for 18 months.
That's what your people were saying in America. They were saying it was the fight of the decade.
Listen, bro, it was an exciting fight. Okay, wow,
it was the fight of the decade. Don't try to downplay it.
Of course, it was
exciting. To downplay it.
Yeah, but Fury just made it look so easy. That's what Fury did with Klitschko. He just made it look too easy. And AJ won life and death with Klitschko. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we know Anthony Joshua is a global superstar. He's generating the biggest numbers. I understand that. But when that fight happens with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, when Tyson Fury beats him, Tyson Fury will take all the credit for beating this guy. And Tyson Fury will become the biggest star in worldwide boxing.
No,
you know
he won't. No, he won't. No, he won't.
After he beats AJ, he will be.
A belt don't make you the biggest star in boxing. A belt or 2 belts or 3 belts don't make you the biggest star in boxing. H Money, do the research. A belt or 2 belts or 3 belts don't make you the biggest star in boxing. Look at Chocolatito. Look at Chocolatito. He was refused. People have him as the best fighter for a decade. Doesn't make a dent commercially.
He will be the first undisputed champion since Lennox Lewis. Tyson Fury still undefeated. He beat Wilder, the baddest man on the planet. He beat Klitschko. And now Anthony Joshua will be next. So you got to give Tyson Fury all of his credit. And then he was on the WWE. Tyson Fury, his star is rising. He just beat Wilder. Tyson Fury is most known for knocking out Wilder. Anthony Joshua is most known for getting stopped by Andy Ruiz.
Absolutely poppycock. Anthony Joshua is most known for knocking out.
Okay, but in America,
Anthony Joshua, right?
In America, though, in America, right?
I can't speak for America.
In America, he's known for getting stopped by Andy Ruiz. In America, that's the truth.
Well, I mean, I can't speak for people with shallow but understanding.
Yeah, the casual fans, Rafi.
I cannot speak for people with shallow understanding.
No, I'm talking about the casual fans, the everyday boxing fan who really don't know much. They remember Anthony Joshua getting stopped by the big old fat butterbean Andy Ruiz.
Anybody who remembers that will also remember that Anthony Joshua came back 6 months later and took every single last one of his belts back home to the UK.
Yeah, but the knockout when the upset was more dramatic. So I believe the first fight got more views. Like more people saw more people saw the rematch.
He broke all people
saw the rematch. More people saw the first fight when the man got when I'm talking about the casual fans now.
More people saw the rematch. Everybody was tuned in for the rematch.
Yeah, you're right. But what I'm saying is, when the first fight, when he got upset, like it caused the uproar. Everybody was surprised. Like it was the biggest upset.
He made the second fight bigger.
The second fight took more bigger. Second fight was huge.
Yeah, the second fight did more numbers. It did more pay-per-view guys. No, the second fight broke the pay-per-view by, I mean, the record for most pay-per-views, I believe, in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm talking about that first fight.
That's right.
When he got stopped, it was such a big upset. The whole world talked about it. The whole world was
why we watch sports. That's why we watch sports.
That put his name up there. That put his name even bigger.
No more people
made his name bigger.
All I'm saying, more
Joshua's name bigger.
Yeah, I'm saying the more people was talking about the first fight than the second one.
Of course, they talked about the first fight because it was more dramatic, but the second fight was bigger. H Monet, the second fight was bigger.
It was more money too. You're right. I agree. See, I'm not here being biased. I agree.
No. We're having a discussion. And
Rafi, I was going to tell you, I want you to do more videos, more lives, especially on this Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua topic. Like, I think that topic is the hottest topic. I think on your channel, when you talk about Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, or even Deontay Wilder, when you talk about those heavyweights, I think most people tune in. Like me, when I talk about Devin Haney or something, that's when I do my most numbers. But I think when you talk about the heavyweights, everybody's tuned in. I believe so.
Well,
but H money with you.
Let me respond to that.
You stand on your square, brother. You stand on your square, and it's like fair play. The man is fighting his corner, and I respect that. You stand on your square, bro. But you're gonna be wrong, bro. You're gonna be wrong.
As far as the heavyweight thing, man. Well, that's how I came into the game. On the heavyweight tip. So I do. I've always loved the heavyweights. I'll always love the heavyweights, the flyweights, the super flyweights, the bantamweights. That's not my cup of tea. But when you get heavier now, that's what I like. That's what I like. But I do cover some of them lighter guys. Obviously, you're gonna get your coverage of Conor Benn over here. That we're always gonna be repping Conor Benn. New talent, Coley. New talent, Boatsi, new talent. Hey, it's so talented over here, H Monet.
But H, you gotta put respect on our little island. We got a little tiny island. It's 3 times in Texas, mate. 3 times in Texas.
Crazy?
And we're
Isn't it crazy,
looking to get this year, right? We're gonna have 2 undisputed champions here. 2 undisputed on there.
Isn't that beautiful?
Texas 3 times, mate. We're
Isn't
tiny,
that beautiful?
but we are the one. We own all the heavyweight belts.
Isn't that beautiful, H Money?
Absolutely, definitely, bro. So tell me a little bit about. I believe you said an island. You said something like an island.
The island. We live in an island, bro. We live in an island.
We're a tiny little island.
Tiny island
in Europe on our own, and you could pick our country up and put it in Texas 3 times. Just Texas, one state. We could put it 3 times. But
you talking about the UK?
UK, the whole UK. Yeah,
UK.
Put it in Texas 3 times. But we're still producing heavyweights, and we're producing champions, and we're producing people. You got 360 million people in your country. Do you know what I mean? And we got
I respect.
I think you can fit the UK and Alabama, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I respect. I'm not these other guys from America.
I know that.
Bro, I've been watching boxing my whole life. Now, I remember Lennox Lewis came to America and he was whooping a lot of these heavyweights. You know what I mean? So he beat a lot of guys.
He was chewing gum and taking names.
Oh yeah, so of course.
Not just taking names. He was
I respect the UK. If I'm not mistaken, the UK.
Tyson, listen, we grew up.
Even though they were past their prime, though, he got to them when they was older, though.
You know what I mean? Right? Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Boxing to me. The African Americans, they're my champion. Sugar Ray, you got Tyson, you've produced champion after champion after champion. America has always been the place. But where we are now, we're standing proud because we are running boxing, bro.
Well, I would say you guys are running the heavyweight division. I wouldn't say all of boxing. You can't say all of boxing, but the UK dominating the heavyweight division.
No, obviously not all boxing.
Yeah.
But where is the cream of the creme? It's the heavyweight boxing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Creme de la creme. The creme de la creme.
That's where the big money is at in the heavyweight division. Yeah, I agree.
100%.
If you go to the top 5, we got White, we got Tyson, and we got Joshua. Do you know what I mean?
Joyce too. And Joe Joyce.
America is dying with boxing.
Don't forget about Joe Joyce.
No, listen, I'm sad for it. I'm so sad for it. I'm so sad for American boxing because I know what they're doing. They're all jumping into basketball or football. But then
we got a heavyweight though. Watch out for Jared Anderson, the real big baby. Jared Anderson fights tonight.
How old is he? All right. How old is Jared Anderson?
About 21 or 22. I think he's 22 now.
No. Check his age, brother.
He is 22, my brother.
Is it? I'll check his age now. Jared.
I think he's 21 or 22.
Check it, Raf. Check his age.
I'm checking
Raf.
it.
Jared Anderson. He fights tonight on ESPN. Matter of fact, I think
fighting F.A. Jagba. Is
no,
he not?
he's not fighting.
No, he's on the same card.
Howard's fighting Jagba.
How old is he?
He's 22.
I'm pulling it up now. What is it? The big baby? Baby.
The real
Jared
big
Anderson?
baby. Yep.
Okay, let me share this on my screen. Now let's stop that. And boom. Okay, let's have a look. And there, 21, big baby Jared Anderson, 21 years.
He's the last hope.
Age.
He's the last hope.
He's small though. He's too small.
No, he's 6'4". It's not small.
6'4". Damn, he's 6'4".
6'4" is not small, bro.
That's not small.
No,
that's not small.
That's a monster.
Matter of fact, he was Tyson Fury's sparring partner, getting ready for the Deontay Wilder rematch.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah, he was one of them.
That's when he said he'd sparred with Fury for all his rounds, and he gave Fury as good as he could. But then he said Fury's knocking out Joshua, and I'm thinking, hang on, mate, how can you say Fury's knocking out Joshua?
Rafi, what is that? Go back to his last fight that's coming up today. Go to his resume. What's that aspect for? Scheduled. Oh, that means scheduled. S. Okay.
He's fighting tonight, so I'll be in bed.
Check him out, Rafi. He's really good. I think he's going to be the heavyweight champion. He's the next great American heavyweight. He actually reminds me of Riddick Bowe. He kind of fights like Riddick Bowe, to be honest.
That's interesting. That is interesting.
About time you had a top heavyweight, brother. About time you had a top heavyweight.
Oh, he's going to be much better than Wilder. Now he's a more natural. I'm not trying to. No disrespect to Wilder.
How the hell could he be worse? What the hell are you talking about?
Because he's more of a natural fighter. He's been fighting since he was like 8 years old, I believe, or 11. So he got real skills. And Wilder is more like a manufactured heavyweight. Where
listen, that's what I believe in. I boxed since 8-10 years of age, mate. And like when I got to the teenage years, the boys couldn't live with me. They couldn't live with you. And that's what I'm trying to say. Andy Ruiz said he's boxing since he was 6 years of age. You're a proper boxer when you box since you're a kid. You go through all that stuff that you learn before people who are coming in 18, 19. They haven't got a clue, mate. They haven't got a clue. You've learned all the fundamentals hard when you're a kid. And it's different. It's discipline. It's like second nature then. It's second nature. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yo, Rafi, I got a question. Are you going live again tonight? Or are you going to cover Jaron Ennis fight?
I'm just looking at, I'm just going to bring it up where I'm looking up at now. I'm just looking at the fixtures. So where's Ennis? Where's Jaron Ennis?
He's on Showtime. He fighting on Showtime. This is a different card. This is an ESPN Top Rank.
This is that's ESPN Top Rank. Hold on. That's
Ennis on Showtime PBC.
That's 3 a.m. walk. That's 3 a.m. European walk on time. That's too late. That's
in the UK. It's on Premier Sports. Premier Sports in the UK is on.
Premier, what the hell is that? You have to pay for that, don't you? Premier Sports.
It's a subscription. I got it. It's a subscription, but it's like you got but that's what it's on. It's too late for me. I got work.
Oh, you could stream it, Rafi. I could give you the stream site on the private chat.
Yeah, that would be cool. Just drop that in. What else is there? Because it should have all the Saturday. That's today as well. So what's that? Smith versus Glaskov. And I just see that a second ago. That's there.
Right there. Smith. There we go.
Yeah, Smith versus Glaskov. That's a 3 a.m. start. 3 a.m. start.
Is it a PBC card and an ESPN card? Is it? It's two different cards.
This is the ESPN card. This is Top Rank ESPN. This is Joe Smith Jr.
Is Boots on PBC?
Boots on Showtime. He fights on Showtime PBC. I put it in the private chat where you can watch it. You can stream it in the private.
Okay. Let me. Where's Ennis then? Where's Boots Ennis? Why don't I see that coming up? Well,
maybe type in Jaron Ennis.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Tonight's boxing schedule. Okay, so you've seen that one. Where's Benn Vargas? Okay, that's fine. Smith Glassov. Okay, that's fine. Ennis Lipinets. What time is the walk on? That's 3 a.m. It's too late. It's too late for us over here in the UK. Unfortunately. So I'm going to find out about that in the morning when I wake up. You know, the Rafi.
That's why I got Premier Sports. I can record that one. I'll watch that tomorrow. But I guess the BBC one. I'll have to check that and catch it tomorrow on YouTube or something. But my other card, I saw the ESPN. I guess ESPN over here, but I don't get the BBC. That's the thing that makes me mad about BBC. They don't give us an option over here to watch their shit.
You see that? You see that, H Money? BBC don't give us an option over here to watch their shizzle. How ridiculous. How ridiculous is that?
Dang, I thought they was working with BT. They didn't have anything going with BT Sports.
Nothing. Brother, listen, I pay for all my boxing legally. I pay for it all legally. And there's nothing for BBC to get. The only time I can watch BBC is on my Fire Stick. And I got to stay up to watch it. And I ain't staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning, mates. I got work in the morning.
That's why the zone. Yeah, I agree. So ESPN work with BT Sports, though, right? So they help you. They get the fights.
No, they got it. No. I watch it. It's another channel. It's called Premier Sports. So it's not. You don't get it on BT. I got BT as well, but I got another channel. I took out another subscription. It's costing me £9 a month. But I got that just to watch ESPN fights.
We pay an arm and a leg.
So I thought ESPN is teamed up with BT Sports, or is that just for
sometimes you can watch a DAZN card over here, and you're showing over there on ESPN.
So I got a question about
ESPN watches all BT Sports. You get all BT Sports on ESPN, but we don't get ESPN on BT. We've got to take out another subscription, another channel, Premier Sports, just to watch ESPN.
Yeah.
So so isn't Frank Warren with BT Sports and he got a partnership with ESPN? Is that correct?
Yeah, you guess ours, but we don't get yours. Do you know what I mean? I got to take out another subscription on another channel, which is Premier Sports, which is another £10 a month, just to watch ESPN. And I'm already paying £20 a month for BT.
ESPN has teamed up with MTK, not BT.
Okay, dang. MTK is on fire right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
H Money, if you knew the money we have to pay over here to watch our boxing, it's ridiculous, brother. Ridiculous. I swear
lot of money.
I'm paying £1.5 easy. £1.5 easy to watch my boxing. Crazy. That's without pay-per-views. Without pay-per-views.
Wow. Marion said, you think Boots stop him, H? I think it's going to be a good fight. I think Jaron Ennis is much bigger than Lipinets. So I think Ennis has a chance to stop him, but this is Jaron Ennis' first time stepping up in competition. Now, Jaron Ennis is a very big welterweight. And Sergey Lipinets, I believe he started off at 140. So I think the size advantage will be the difference in the fight. I think Lipinets can give Jaron Ennis problems on the inside with the inside fighting because I've seen Jaron Ennis get hit a lot by lower opposition on the inside. So I think Ennis can stop him, though. I think Ennis can stop him. You know what I mean? It's possible.
I'll go with that.
But hey, Rafi, thanks for having me. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Leighton, Evelyn, Rafi, I'm looking forward to your next live stream. So hopefully it's tomorrow. Hopefully it's tomorrow. And Rafi, I'm willing to debate anybody on this Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua one. And like you said, I'll be respectful, and hopefully whoever I'm debating can show respect as well. But yeah,
we go through the week. So the evening shows they're topic driven. As for debates, if you want some skirmish, some kind of debate, we can set that. I can set that up for you.
Get anybody. If you've got
money, I want that one with John.
You want John? You want John? I think you want John. I think John would be more than happy to accommodate you. I think that's a tough task. You might regret that, but I'll be more than happy to. I'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy. I'll be one person talking at a time. I'll be more than happy to set that up for you. Be very careful, H-Money.
You
might bite off more. You might bite off one person talking at a time, please. You might have bitten off more than you bargained for. So I'll set up any debate you want setting up over here. You just talk to the Rafi. You got access to me in the back stages. And I'll set that up, but that'd be more likely to be a daytime thing. That'd be more likely to be a daytime thing.
Now, I got respect for you, Leighton, and I got a lot of respect for Rafi as well.
You gotta respect the man. You gotta respect the man.
Yeah, Rafi, thank you for letting me on the platform once again. Like I said, I just want to come here, be respectful, talk about this great sport of boxing. I do represent for Tyson Fury. I am speaking out on behalf of Tyson Fury. So if anybody wants that smoke, I know what I'm talking about. I'm doing my research. I'm watching Tyson Fury every night. I'm studying Tyson Fury. I'm studying his family, the history of the Fury family, bro. And I think Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury's younger brother, will be a champion in the light heavyweight division. I think Tommy Fury is the truth. What about you guys?
Tommy Fury?
Yes, Tommy Fury.
I haven't really paid no
Mate,
attention to Tommy Fury, to be honest with you. So I can't talk on it.
I've watched him, right? And he's been moving along to fight bums. He had one guy who's had 93 losses. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. What the hell, like? Do you know
He's
what I
only
mean?
21 years old.
He's doing,
he's 21.
Yeah, but mate, listen. When you're having guys who are proper journeymen fighting, listen, he's putting out. No one's getting their pins picked up because he's beating up bin members. Do you know what I mean? In Lancashire, no one's pins are getting picked up because they're all injured. They're all injured because they're fighting Tommy Fury.
but hey, I think at light heavyweight, Tommy Fury is the best prospect in the light heavyweight division. Just look out for him, Rafi. Pay attention to him.
He looks good. He looks good. He looks all
strong
too. And he was on Love Island, and over here, Love Island was huge. He was having like 20 million viewers watching him and all that. So everyone knows him in this country. Like, he's huge in this country, Tommy Fury. Huge. I mean, huge. With all the ladies and all the youngsters, he's huge. And they're putting him in, but he's with the wrong promoter, mate. He's with Frank Warren, mate. And if he would have gone Eddie Earn, he would have been a different prospect. But like, cause he's got the numbers, he's got the viewership. He's like a YouTuber, and that's what it is.
How good is he? How good is he? How good is he?
He's
you
good.
don't know because you don't know,
bro.
Raph, because he's fighting. No. He's fighting. They're giving him guys that had more losses than people's ages. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous.
Rafi, he's really good, bro. I'm gonna be honest. He's explosive. He's explosive,
I know my boxing,
bro.
brother.
He's only 21.
I know.
He's good though, bro. He's only 21. He only got 3 fights though, lady. He only got 3 fights.
Look good. You could look good fighting. If I put you in a ring with a guy who's 89 years of age, you'd look good. Do you know what I mean, bro? And that's what he's doing. He's putting people in, easy to beat. Put him in with someone who can punch him back in the face.
Put him in there with Anthony Yard. He'll stop Anthony Yard.
Come on, bro.
I think so.
I like you, right, bro. You believe in the hype, mate. And it's a hype.
I'm a hype.
It's the hype.
I'm a Fury fan.
No,
I'm a fan of the Furies, and I'm start building up Tommy Fury. I want to start making videos about him.
Listen, H, I want Tommy to do well. I really do. But I'm saying how they're moving him is just making him beat up pure bums. And you ain't going to learn nothing from it. Look at Daniel Dubois. You're not going to learn nothing from beating up bums, bro.
Hey, the first time I saw Tommy Fury, I think he fought on DAZN. Wasn't it one of his fights on DAZN a while ago?
Oh, none of his fights.
No.
I think that's the first time I saw him, though.
Impossible.
He's sports, bro.
Okay. I might be mistaken. I thought I saw him on like one of the early DAZN cards. I was like, yo, I don't know. I gotta check. But Rafi, he is good. Rafi, do you have any association?
He looks the part. I'm not gonna lie to you. He do look the part, and he is good. He do look sharp. He do look everything. But they're giving him victims every time. Victims. Look what they've done with Daniel Dubois. They fed him victims, and then when Daniel Dubois hit the next level, he failed, and that's what they're gonna do with him, mate.
I don't know about that. Daniel Dubois fought Nathan Gorman, didn't he?
Nathan Gorman is nothing, bro.
I'm gonna say this, man. Rafi, thanks for having me once again. Rafi, one more question. Do you have any associations, any ties to Tyson Fury or the Fury family and people on Tyson Fury's team? Have you been around them? Have you had a conversation with them?
I don't have any contacts with the Fury. I don't have any contacts with the Fury team, but I would certainly be open and amenable to getting those guys.
What about MTK? I'm sorry.
H, can I say something to you, minute, bro?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what gypsies are, H?
Say it again.
Do you know what gypsies are?
Yeah. I found out what a gypsy is. They are travelers. I think they originate from Ireland. They're originally Irish, but they're travelers.
Yeah.
Over here in the UK, right? Over here in the UK, we got plenty of gypsies, and like when you know them, and you know they're unsavory people. I'm not saying all of them, but they're unsavory people. They'll do your work, do your trade. They'll rip you off. They're known for ripping you off, and that's what they are. It's like I'm trying to tell you, because Americans, you don't know what gypsies are. Over here, I'm not being racist. It's not racist. They're white people, but they'll rip you off, and that's what gypsies are, bro. And I'm trying to tell you, you're thinking, but you don't know.
What I say is that I'm very open to contacts with the Fury camp. It'd be good to have them on live to to chop it up, have them on. It'd be good. It'd be cool. But no, I don't have the contacts with
What
them.
about MTK?
I've grown up with gypsies, brother, and I've had fights with gypsies as a kid growing up, mate. And I know gypsies firsthand, mate. Firsthand. They just love a fight.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Fury loves.
They love a fight.
That's what Fury said.
I've had a fight with Gypsy. I've had to fight his brother. I've had to fight his cousin. Trust me, bro. I've had trouble with gypsies, bro. Trust me.
Yo, so Rafi, do you have any connections, any ties with MTK Global? And shout out to Rob87, my brother in the chat, Rob87, and shout out to the Fight Doctor. Do you have any connections with MTK Global, Rafi?
Yeah, I've spoken to Spencer Fearon before. Yep.
Okay. I think they're doing a good job. No, I think they're doing a phenomenal job with young fighters, and I know they got a bunch of American fighters that they're working with.
Yeah, they're doing.
Spencer Fearon.
They're doing big things. They're doing big things. Are MTK Global? There's no.
What is that? A management? What are they? A management?
Spencer Fearon.
What all do they do?
What are they? They're a management company. They're a promotion company. They're doing big things out there.
Okay, just checking because I got a young fighter that I'm working with. His name is Charles Lolo Harris. He's 17.
Is he amateur or professional?
He's professional. He got 4 wins, 3 knockouts. He's only 17.
To sign with MTK Global.
That's what I'm trying to do. I talked to Spencer on Instagram. I sent Spencer one of his fights, but I do want to get him with MTK Global. I think right now that's the best move.
You speak to Spencer. You speak with Spencer. Spencer's the one. If the guy's a professional, Spencer will have a look at him, bro. Spencer's honest, bro. Trust me. He loves his boxing, mate. Do you know what I mean? Trust me, he does it.
Okay, so that I see Spencer. He got Keyshawn Davis. He's a young American fighter, and Spencer being very excited about Keyshawn. He's been posting up Keyshawn Davis. I want to see if he needs if he's looking for another fighter. I think the kid I got Charles Harris. He's only 17. He got 4 wins, 3 knockouts. He has more fights than Keyshawn Davis already. So hopefully we can make something happen with Spencer Fearon and MTK Global. Rafi, thanks for having me. Shout out to Maestro in the chat. Maestro, shout out to you, my brother.
Maestro's in the chat. Is he? I never saw him. Maestro in the chat.
He left a comment earlier. If you scroll up, he left some. But thanks for having me, Rafi.
Great stuff. H Money. Great
tomorrow, Rafi. Tomorrow we'll get back with you, my brother. Thank you, Rafi.
No doubt about it.
Nice one, H. Nice one, H.
That was the H Monet. That was the H Monet. And and then there were 2. And we've had a good one, Leighton. It's been a good one. It's been longer than I expected, but full of boxing chat. And above there, we see the black eye of what's the name again? Ebony Bridges. Ebony Bridges, not Bridges. I'm not trying to be funny, just mispronunciation. Okay, and I have to mention the head work of Shannon Courtenay. There was some head clashing. Great day for boxing. There was some head clashing going in, and Ebony Bridges was coming off second best. I don't know if that shiner was due to a head clash or a punch, but either way, it hindered Ebony Bridges. She needed more fights. I think she just threw the dice knowing that the chances were that it was against her. The chances were it was against her, and she was up against it. She was up against the more experienced Shannon Courtenay. Someone just mentioned that I'd misspelt the Shizniks, and I think I've corrected it now. Boom. And also in the title of the piece, have I corrected it? Yes, I think I have. Thanks for pointing out the misspelling. But it's good now. And that's pointing out. Leighton, Evelyn, it's been a good one. It's been a great one. Thanks for joining me. was a
Be
good,
the pleasure, brother.
good,
Be the pleasure.
good night.
Always, always, always.
Good night of boxing, and I hope everyone had an enjoyable experience over here at the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Your final words, Leighton Evelyn. Thanks for jumping on.
Final words. Great fight tonight with Ebony and Finn. Plus women's boxing on the map in my eyes, and it's nice to see H Money coming through and fair play. He sensibled up in the end. I mean, but Raph, pleasure to be on you all the time, brother. Love your channel. Keep up the good work, son.
100%. That was the Leighton Evelyn. Much appreciation goes out to the Leighton Evelyn, the H Monet, and of course the Iron Kong. First one to jump on. Much appreciation goes out to all of those cats. I was saying here, good stuff, Rafi. Marshall looks unbeatable. Well, there's no such thing as unbeatable, but she looks damn. But she does look unbeatable right about now. Maddo, only a few years ago, I wouldn't even look at women's boxing fights. That will be changing more and more. The opinions every day. Absolutely. Good talk, boys. Hope to catch you again. 100%. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that share button. Spread the word. Spread the good news. Make a joyful noise. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. It's been a great night of boxing. Over here in the UK, the American stuff's coming up later, but it's too late. It's too late for civilized people who've got things to do. As far as the ladies' boxing is concerned, yeah, it made a fan out to me. I like the 2-minute rounds. Don't change the 2-minute rounds. Some people talking about the 3-minute rounds. Forget it. Stick to 2-minute rounds. It's highly enjoyable. It's quick. It's just like when we got the timer on over here. Quick fire round. Every round is a quick fire round. The girls have the energy to go out there and do it again. 30 seconds later, or is it a minute? Yeah, and of course, then what else was there? What else? The what is it? The Savannah Marshall versus what was her name? Maria Linsberg. Another corker of a fight. Well, it's 3 rounds. Shannon Courtenay got around her there in 3 rounds. Brutal destruction. Like it has been said, Savannah Marshall is like the sun. Is like the boxer, the son that Peter Fury never had. And then, of course, there's the Conor Benn. Well, there was the Conor Benn fight. Highly entertaining. Can't get more entertaining than a one round stoppage, 1 round blast out. 1 round, and he was taken out. Very impressive work by the Conor Benn. And yeah, definitely looking forward to his further developments and further improvements. Okay, and that was the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and tell everybody what's going down at the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Thanks for everybody for jumping on the panel. Thanks for everybody who jumped in the chat. And like, subscribe, comment, share. And it's the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. And we're not quite out yet. Multiple lives every week over here with the Raphael Dawkins. And the only thing left for me to say now is, where's the next boxing chat at then? The next boxing chat at then, I don't know. Tonight I'm out of here. Tonight I'm out of here. Catch me tomorrow, Monday, multiple days during the week. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Have a great night or great morning, whatever it is. Blessed.